Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Come on in. Welcome to yet another pick a card reading here on the channel. If you're new, hi, my name is ADIE. Let's get into this reading, okay? I'm ready for it. Yo, I'm fucking ready for this shit. I've been feeling this shit all fucking week, yo. Something is coming. Something big, something foreign. This pick a card today is going to be a really massive, important pick a card for a lot of y'all. Okay, this is something big that's coming, and it's foreign. It's something that you haven't experienced. It's something out of this world, out of your world, otherworldly. It's like a different world. It's almost feeling like this might even be like a timeline merge, like how your timeline shifts kind of video. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm feeling a lot of energy right now, and I'm here for it. I really love it. This is gonna be a really good picker card, okay? I don't want to take too much time. We're about to get into this reading. I do want to mention you can still join the candle ritual that we did on the 8th. You can join the morning energy work that I do for the participants that have sent in their donation. You just send any amount of donation to the Cash App or the PayPal with your intention and your full name. What are you releasing? What are you removing from your energetic field? I will do the energy work for you every single morning. As long as this candle is burning, I'm up. I'm doing the energy work every morning. You can still join as long as it's still burning. Okay, you can also still participate with the candle ritual. It is timeless. The energy work that I do while the candle is burning is not timeless. It has an expiration date. You got to join in as long as it's burning. You can, send in your donation or just join the coven. All coven members are involved in every single ritual that I host. All the energy work that I do collectively, everybody in the coven is already included in that. You just have to give me your intentions. So I don't do coven members unless they give me their information. Okay, I will announce it. Give me your information. What are we working on? And I will do the energy work. But you got to do that. So for you coven members that haven't sent anything, I'm not doing energy work for you unless you send me your work, your intention. You gotta, join in with the community. But you can still join that. Okay, send in your donation. And let's get it on and popping. We're moving shit. Today's burning, I just did the candle update. Today's energy work, I do some meditation. I do some chanting, and I do some like burning for all of the participants. It was lit. It was really lit. And these candle updates have been lit as well. So check up on the candle updates to just see how all the energy is working through, and follow through with, the tips and suggestions, the advice that I'm getting from the candle. But anyways, also join the coven. We're about to get into a hoodoo ritual this Saturday. We're going to be exploring cleansing rituals and practices. And we have a hoodoo cleanse, some hoodoo rituals that involve cleansing our energetic field, and just cleansing the space, cleansing our energetic field and space. Okay, we hot off these 2 releasing rituals. The releasing ritual is already up in the coven. The second one that is private is already up. And now we're going into cleansing work. After this, we'll be getting into protection work. So join if you are interested in leveling up, wanting true community, wanting to invest in your healing. We do healing work over here. This ain't just, we do a lot over there. I'm just so happy about this space that I created, because it's just like a dream come true for me. But if you are wanting to invest in your spirituality, like really pour into yourself, join the coven, because we're doing the work over there. Okay, I'm really excited about the yoga workshop that's opening up in January. I'm so excited about it. That's the new thing that I'm working on right now, is that join the newsletter as well. I forgot to say that in the other intro, but join the newsletter. For those that want to join the coven and you are an Android user, make sure that you are finishing the joining process through the web browser. You cannot finish the joining process through the app. Even when you get to the point where you're answering the questions, you still have to go back to the browser and finish the joining process, okay? Because you can ask for access and you can have the questions and stuff, right? I think you answer the questions, I'm sorry. And you still have to complete the joining process. So make sure you guys are doing that. Android. I wonder if Andrew's thinking about me, my friend. Now I'm thinking about him. But join, okay? And when you join, follow through. You Android users, follow through with the process. Don't get lost in the sauce, okay? I know it's tough for us Androids. They try to make us feel different out here, you know? But follow through, complete the process, okay? Answer the questions, get approved. What else? The Glamour course that I launched in September is in the Coven. So it's the Divine Tarot Academy. It's all in there. All my work is in the Coven. So if you're interested, join, okay? But let's get into this because I feel it. It's like the build. There's something really big coming. There's something really big coming. These goddamn nails. I think it's time to take these off. Ooh. You know what I was thinking? Let's see if I can get into here and share. You know what I was thinking? My last intro was like showing you guys my nails, right? This nail is in ghetto, don't want to stay on, okay? So I'm gonna have to fix that. It's really annoying me. But I was looking at my evil eye nails that I made in the summer when I did the evil eye ritual, which is up. You can also, you know, you guys know the rituals are timeless, right? I said that, I've been saying that. They're timeless. You can, like, if you feel like you're, like, you know, somebody asked during the ritual, what is something that I can do to follow up the last ritual on the 8th? This releasing ritual, and I said you could do the evil eye. If you feel like you need to release evil eye, you feel like you haven't worked with other people's energies that's interfering, you can do that ritual. All my rituals are timeless. Just tap in. But I was looking at my nails that I made, right? So I really love these, and I was like, ooh, this eye is so clouded. Do you see, guys, how? Yeah, this one's really clear. Do you see how clear these eyeballs are and this one's all clouded? This is magic. I'm telling you, I put my glamour, of course this is evil eye, is to repel. This is all clouded down here too. Half vision, you can only see half of me. These eyes look real fucked up. This motherfucker went blind. You know, so interesting. Anyways, that's it. I was just yapping about that. I thought that was really interesting. I was going to put these on, but I feel like they did the magic, you know? I got to make a new set. Got to make a new set. You know what I did with this now? I'm yapping. If you guys want to go to the, you know, go to the card selection. I used the curing nailed glue. That's why this is coming off. I just gotta go get my regular, you know, dependable super glue. That's what I put on my press-ons. But I thought that was so interesting. Like, it's clouded. This bitch can't see shit. This bitch can't see shit. These bitches out here, some of them are blind. Some of them, you know, looking all deformed and shit in the eyes, trying to look at me. You can't see straight, bitch. You can't see straight, bitch. When you look at me, you start looking cockeyed and cuckoo. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. And then I'm kind of seeing these, like, I know they still look really cool, but this one looks all like, and I told you guys the last intro why kind of my intentions is to draw back my energy that was taken from me. And I see that it's already done its job. They just look different. You know what I mean? And they keep falling off. So, like prematurely, I feel like. And I ran out of super glue. I did this hand. So this hand is on, but I'm sure these are going to start falling off. Anyways, I don't give a fuck though, you guys. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because I never get to talk to you guys anymore. Act like Nicki Minaj. I really hate that. I'm not here because you guys are crazy. Some of you guys, because I was like giving my thoughts on the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj kind of issues. You guys, I will, you know what I don't also understand? I don't understand. In one of the community posts, I was talking about jealous bitches and shit like this, right? Like, I just don't get them. I don't understand jealous bitches and weirdo bitches. I just don't get it. I also don't understand people that can, like the Beehive or the Barbs. Like, I'm a Barb. I love Nicki. I do. But I'm not delusional. I know when a bitch is fucking up her legacy. I know when a bitch is sniffing too much powder. I know when a bitch is crossing over to narcissism. And like, honey, you don't gotta be doing all that. You Nicki Minaj. You don't, what are you doing? What? Anyways, I'm just saying. Some of you guys are crazy. You guys follow these celebrities that don't really give a fuck about you. You know, we saw that Nicki was losing. I'm gonna talk my shit. We saw that Nicki was losing her followers. And what did she do? She came out with that weirdo apology to a child. If you gotta get on the internet and apologize to a child, I'm sorry. It's over. Okay? Don't be mad at me. Some people were really like coming for me like, calm down. Nicki doesn't know who you are. She don't know who I am either. Like, because I could feel the hate because what I was saying. And it's weird. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. Go ahead. I'm done yapping. All right, my beautiful, lovely light beings. Here we are. We're going to dive into this reading. We're going to find out what is coming. There's something big. There's something new, something foreign. Okay, this is brand new energy coming in. It feels really big. We're going to make this interactive. So we're going to tap into what is coming and what changes, what kind of effects is it going to have on different areas of your life. So make sure you check out the description box so you can customize this reading to fit your energy. Okay, so we're going to check the energy. We're going to tap into what kind of effects is it making on your general life, your love life, your finances, and your spirituality. I wanted to add spirituality in there. Okay, so make sure you hit the description box and customize this reading, okay, through the timestamps. All right, so we have 3 general energies to choose from. We're going to do pick a Trekkie. Okay, number 1, we have Data. Okay, here. These are some of my favorite Trekkies. Okay, these are actually like my top 3 Trekkies here, besides Janeway. But I didn't want to involve captains. Okay, but number 1, we have Data. Okay, Data. He's an android. Okay, he is an android. Number 2, we have Tuvok, my favorite Vulcan. Okay. And number 3, we have Quark, one of my favorite characters in Star Trek. These are characters from Star Trek, if you guys don't know. Now you know. Okay, I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek. And I thought this would be fun. These pile selections, or these pictures that you're going to choose from, is going to really help me tap into your energy. Okay, the energy that you're holding that's bringing in these changes. Okay, so it's going to be part of the energy check. So just tap in to the Trekkie that is resonating with you. And if you're a fellow Trekkie like me, don't pick your favorite one. Just tap into the energy, okay? And see which one resonates, and I'll see you guys at your reading. All right, reading number 1, welcome. You guys are the ones that have chose Data. I love him. Don't be scared. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna tap into the energy first. We're going to put some charms here, some words here in the bowl while I look at the energy here. Okay, so you guys picked data, and so what I feel, this is supposed to represent the energy that you are holding and that's attracting this big energy into your life. Okay, and we're gonna tap into this right now. Let's get some charms in this bowl. But I'm, with data, I feel that, there's this energy of wanting to discover a self. Data, his story is about how he can be more human. How can he, understand humanity. So there is like kind of like this self-discovery, trying to figure out yourself, trying to be a part of humanity as well. So this energy of like seeking inward and also seeking outward to understand yourself and to understand life and to understand everyone. This, continuous loop and dialogue that you're having with life right now, where you're looking within yourself. You might be exploring different things, different activities, to understand yourself, understand life. This is what's calling in this energy. Okay, let's look at this. I also want to do stickers. Hold on, let me get some stickers here for you. Let's do 3 stickers. Okay. All right, so we have some energies here, but with data, I just feel like you are, there's a code also, like you have like a program, you're really like programmed, right? In a way, you might have different like belief systems, and mental thoughts and patterns going on up in the mind space that's kind of like maybe even overriding, because there's like these times, like these episodes in Star Trek where data kind of like malfunctions, so there could be like some energy where you feel like you're lacking sleep or you're malfunctioning, but it's like not stopping your desire to kind of understand yourself and understand what's the next step, right? You guys can see this. Okay, good. All right, so we have a fabulous pin here. So what I feel about this fabulous pin is like you could be paying attention to your appearance a lot around this time. You could be, dressing up, playing in makeup, maybe switching up your hairstyles, kind of just like, also I feel like just trying new kind of trends, new styles, new looks. Data does that too in the show. He'll, sometimes change his appearance to, figure out how he feels, right? And how he understands like humanity, the human race, right? So you could be just trying to figure out yourself, figure out your new style. You could be doing that kind of stuff, playing in makeup. We have this little cat that's sitting in a box and it says, "If it fits, I sit." So this is really, confirmation for the energy of you just kind of like maybe taking a seat in different areas in your life, different activities, different things, that you might find interesting, and seeing where you fit in. You could be exploring new things. Star Trek is, and especially the series that Data is in, it's about exploration, and going to different planets, going on different missions and stuff. So you could be exploring new things to see where you fit in. And Data is, he doesn't fit in. You could feel like you are not fitting in right now in life. And so you're bouncing around, just trying different things to see if you fit. Where are you going to be sitting? You're kind of looking for your place to sit. Okay, we have this potion bottle. You could be making oils, making potions. You could be in your craft, your witchcraft right now. We have the Fat Cat fan club. What I'm really feeling about this is that you could be really enjoying your body. So if you're like thicker, fluffier, you're really enjoying being thicker and bigger, or you're just really feeling good in your skin. You're feeling like, even though you feel kind of like you don't understand where you're supposed to be, you are okay with who you are. There's this energy of like being okay with who you are, whether that be, you know, the inner energies of yourself or the outer. Okay. And you're like your own fan club. You're really seeing yourself in a different light right now, where you're just like, you can see, did I say this? I said this in one of the readings or one of the collective messages that I did recently, where it's like when you get to a point where you really like yourself and you're like, wow, I'm a really cool person. That is a really sweet spot to be, especially when you want to open and receive change and attract, you know, new experiences, you know, or just the experience that you want. So I see you kind of like really enjoying yourself, enjoying exploration of yourself and of life and new things, and just really loving who you are becoming, who you've become, where you're going. There's really good positive energy that I'm feeling here. We have a car here. You could be getting in the car. I see someone like kind of going around in a car, like driving around. So you are kind of like traveling. You could be traveling. Okay. We also have this sticker here that says, "So long, losers." You know, there's this energy, and he's like in a spaceship. I'm out, it says, life skills series. So I feel like you have gained a lot of life skills, and there's a lot of losers that you're leaving behind. And there's a happy energy. You're just like, I'm too cool for this. Like, I am my biggest fan. I am my biggest cheerleader. Like, you gas yourself up, you know, and that's what you've learned through life. You've learned the skill of gassing yourself up. And even being in this maybe vulnerable spot where you're not really understanding where you need to go or where you are, like who you want to become next, there's this openness. It's not a fearful energy. It's like an openness, right? And you've said goodbye to a lot of like losers, like, so long, losers, I'm out. Like, I'm on my way out. You're really on this mission to understand yourself in life and just like, you know, do good things and big things in the world. We have this sticker where these three little kids are sitting in a circle with a record player. It's on fire. It says "The Devil's Music, Sing Along." So you could be really connecting to a lot of different music. This could be like I'm hearing, like, you know how some people are like, oh, you got to be careful to what you listen to because there's certain energies that are on a vibe, and these songs only talk about like shaking your ass or killing people or gangster music, or, you know, you don't care about all that, because really when you get to a point of understanding like energy and how to utilize it, I feel like you've gotten to a point where you know how to utilize energy. You are in tune with your own energy. So if you're in that energy of ratchetness, it's going to work for you. You're aware, I feel like, but you could be singing songs. It feels happy. It feels good, like pleasurable, like sinful, but like not necessarily evil. But you could be listening to music that just like fits the tone of the energy, you know what I mean? And it's really working for you. I love my cat. I'm sure he loves me back. So there's this energy of maybe like you could be going through a little bit of struggle, but you are not letting it like affect your happiness, your mood. Because I'm really seeing like this cat energy, as in like you could feel a little bit beat up through life. I mean, you've gained a lot of life lessons, right? You could be feeling a little bit like beat up right now in life, but you know that life loves you, because there's like, I don't know, you're tapping into, oh, where's my wand? Where? You're really tapping into like good energy. You're tapping into like the things that the positive things that have happened in your life. You're really enjoying who you are, what you look like, the things that you have. You're kind of like looking at life in an adventure, okay? An adventure kind of energy, fluff. You have a little bit of fluff on you, but you're okay with that. You know what I mean? You have a little bit of fluff on you. I see solid. You're like really solid with the people that are around you right now. Again, you've left behind a lot of losers, people that were just like not winning in life. You know, the energy was not right, and you're like, hey, this shit is contagious. Peace out. I'm out. I'm not gonna like, you know, I'm not going to become a loser like you. I'm a winner. So you're kind of like on this adventure. You're having fun. You have solid people around you. You're very mindful of that, right? And you're just really solid with yourself. I feel that. You feel like you have a lot to do. You're staying busy. There are new things that you're trying out, right? There's this spring energy. It's like you're springing back to life. Even though when I'm recording this, it is the winter, you are springing back to life. You're alive. You're awake. You know, there's this new energy. There's also this very luxurious energy about you as well, okay? That's bringing in this new change. Luxurious, okay? I'm gonna get us a card just to seal the deal with this energy. I might read it, I might not. I'm using the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. I've been really meaning, I need to keep this on my altar so I can actually learn this deck like I did the archetypes. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a card for us, okay? Let me see, but there's this luxurious energy, there's this righteousness energy, like, you know what I said, what did I say? I don't know where, okay, I might have said this, but I know number 2 in the reading that I'm editing right now, I'm waiting for it to upload. It's so long, okay? The guidance on life, okay, on a situation, life situation is so long. And I said this where it's like, can we normalize being better than other people? You know, there's this energy where you're just like, you're no longer gonna gaslight yourself when it comes to these losers, to the people that, you know, you might outrank, that, you know, like you just kind of outrank. And that's not to say that you're like putting yourself above other people, but there's this energy of like, if you are a shitty person, of course I'm gonna feel like I'm better than you. Like, there's this energy of like no longer like gaslighting yourself, okay? All right, we have Neptune for you. This is the energy, very dreamy energy, dreamy, mysterious energy, like you're welcoming the mystery of life. But it's like, you know, you're normalizing just being better, like, or knowing that you're better than other people, and you're no longer gonna like try to water down yourself, and you're no longer gonna like, you know, gaslight others and yourself, like, no, okay? So we're gonna set that aside. And the luxurious energy, I feel like you're very luxurious right now, even if, you know, you're just finding a way to feel luxurious, like you're romanticizing your life, which is really beautiful, number 1. Okay, so you guys got Neptune. I just want to read this just to give you guys some more energy on the energy that you're holding right now, because it's important. This is a big change, and all of these changes that I'm about to get into are very big, good changes. So we want to hold this energy, okay? Neptune, divinity, mysticism, and seeking. Neptune is the mystic's planet. Its transcendent energy projects towards the heavens. When the Neptune card appears, the seeker archetype is activated and doorways to new dimensions open. A voice whispers from beyond the earthly plane, perhaps calling you to a pilgrimage, a new spiritual practice, or you may experience a meditative bliss beyond your wildest dreams. Divinity has arrived, whether you called it nirvana, samadhi, enlightenment, or just a good old serenity. Okay, amidst your spiritual awakening, remember that ultimately the work is not about you. The work is about what's bigger than you. Stay grounded in that reality, and you're likely to avoid Neptune's pitfalls of narcissism and escapism. History shows us examples of spirituality turned madness. So keep your woohoo tendencies in balance with a little selfless service. Okay? So the energy right now is like you are, what I'm getting with this is like you are very much kind of like open to these, you're very much open to the reality that feels like fantasy, that feels like a dream. You're open to many of them, actually, is what I'm feeling. You know, you are really in this kind of like void-like space where like anything can happen is what I'm feeling with this, you know. But remember, we want to kind of remain balanced in reality as well. So that's one of the advice there for that card, okay? Let me see. It says to go deeper, pick up a spiritual text that you haven't read in a while. Reread it as if it was for the first time. Forgiveness as medicine. That's to ponder. So you could be in this energy of forgiveness as well. You're like, you're okay. Like, they're losers, I'm out, but like, they're that way because that's just the way they are. Like, you're not taking this to heart anymore. It's not making you an emotional, like in a bad way. It's making you emotional, kind of like in a good way, in a way of like where you're kind of dreaming about the good things to come. Okay, so let's switch over to the general energy here. Okay, we're gonna see how this this change is coming. Let's see what this change is. Okay, the general energy of this change, and then we're gonna see what kind of effects is it gonna make. Okay, what is this big change that's coming in, Spirit, for number one? Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, so we have knowledge and we have book. Okay. So what I really feel here for this big change is that you could be, there's a few things coming in, okay? Some of you guys will be getting like an idea for a book, okay? You'll be getting ideas, you'll be getting, this can also be like for songs, like if you are a creative, you could be creating an album, you might have the inspiration is what I'm feeling to start writing a book, writing songs, creating art, just like really creating your own story too. There's like ideas. So like, it's almost like, but this is coming from like a creative perspective here. So like when I say like creating your life, you could be like creating a vlog. You could decide to start vlogging or do content creation, but it's more focused on you. Very heavily on like sharing your story, okay, through music, through actually writing your, like an idea, a story about fictional characters, maybe even writing a story about yourself, or just showing people your story through like vlogging, content creation. Okay, but also one of the big changes is like knowledge. Like so much knowledge is coming through. That's the biggest change that's coming in, and we're going to see how it's going to affect different areas of your life. But more on this big change. Second house. Okay, so this is the material world, your assets, material world, possessions, finances, talents. Okay, exactly. You're going to be taking your talents, whether your creative talents, and you could be making, it's like an asset. It's increasing your finances here. Okay, so you'll be taking your talents, your knowledge, maybe of, and using it to create something in the world. Okay. And this is going to up your finances. So we'll definitely see some changes, some big significant changes in your money. Okay, when we get to that point of the, I won't say movie, like you might even have an idea for a movie. You could be a screenwriter. You could be like you're an indie film director or creator. You could be wanting to like, you know what's coming to mind? Awkward Black Girl. Okay, Issa Rae. I am a Issa Rae fan from the very beginning. Awkward Black Girl on, okay, YouTube. I was dedicated watching each episode that came up on YouTube, okay, before the TV show and all of that, before the TV show. So it's like, there's that energy, like you could have like this idea, and it's about like using your resources that you have to kind of like push it out into the world, and whether that's the form of writing or acting, something like that. But I see like a lot of knowledge coming in, possibly to be able to do this, or you exerting a lot of knowledge out to others through the form of creativity. Okay, and this is upping your finances. We have ascendant here, worldview, mission statement. This is outlook. Okay, all right. So yeah, you're definitely your point of view. And so what I'm really feeling is like this big energy that's coming in. It's like it's giving you a different perspective, and I'm seeing you kind of like on top of a hill. Like we have this advantage where you can see everything. Things are more accessible to you. Okay, you're gonna have a different approach to life, approach to what you're doing, to your everyday. There's going to be a significant change in your aura, your attitude. Okay, very interesting. And then we have Virgo. We also have role. So your role in life is going to be changing. So this could mean like, you know, your career is definitely going to, I already see it, like whether it's like the start or a big shift. There's something in your finances, your career, you know, changing. But this can also be like your role as like a mother, because I'm also honing in on body image. So you might become a mother, a wife, or just like your position in society changes. We also have Virgo here. So your general life energy, what's coming in is like being very organized. I feel like your health is definitely going to increase in a good way. You're becoming more insightful about your health patterns, your behaviors. I feel like there's this energy of, you know, getting into this earthy element of herbs and like caring for your health, even about your mental health. You know, there's this healing kind of energy with Virgo, with us Virgos. We just love to make sure that we are on point with our health. And I'm really feeling it very much for you. Okay, but definitely it says witchy vibes here, so you could be in your witchy vibes, definitely. Okay, so let's move forward into your love life and see how this energy is going to affect your love life. Okay, what do I want to use for that, Spirit? Yeah, let's do this one. This one's very emotional. Okay, but yeah, I just feel like I feel you getting very organized. Your life starts to get really organized. I'm seeing Post-its. I'm seeing like planners and schedules. But it feels kind of balanced, like organized, you know, very balanced. And Virgo is very much about taking care of the inner health, not just like about your physical health, but like your nervous system. A lot of us Virgos can have like nervous conditions, anxiety. So I see you kind of like working on that too. Like this energy brings that in for you. But let's see what's happening in love for you with this big change. How will it affect your love life? Okay. Okay, so I do see a new relationship happening here with the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Galaxy card here. We get one more. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I really do see like how this is going to make an effect in your love life. I see that there's going to be some transitioning energy for you. Where's my wand? There's going to be some transitioning energy for you here. Like you could be transitioning into a relationship, going from singlehood into a brand new relationship. We do see renewal. So for you guys that are already in a relationship, I see you having like this renewal kind of energy in your current relationship. So it begins to evolve. Like I said, your role changes, right? Something in this energy brings in a role change. So you could be becoming a wife, you could be becoming a mother. So there's like this new energy happening, right? You're becoming a girlfriend, you're becoming a significant other, there's a new relationship coming in here, and it just feels really like this energy that I'm focusing on, this card in the middle here, this person mirrors you too. Mirrors you, definitely. But it's also feeling like you feel very safe and protected, very grounded. There's this like new growth that's happening in your love life. It feels really healthy. Definitely, I see you kind of like focusing a lot. Since this is in the middle, you're focusing a lot on your love life here. It's one of the main focuses in this change. Definitely. Okay, so you could be getting pregnant, you could be starting a new relationship, but this just feels also like you could have went through a really rough patch with your partner. If you're already in a relationship, a marriage, a committed relationship, you could have been through a kind of like a rough time. And I see that shifting here. Okay, you guys alchemizing that and having kind of like a renewal energy there. The relationship begins to evolve into something more, God, it just feels kind of like ancient. This is really giving like wild. Your love life could be getting really wild too. That could be in the bedroom energy. Okay, so with your love life, I see that it's here, it says contributions. So I feel like you're going to be feeling really supported in your love life. So whether this is like something that's shifting into a new phase for you, or something completely brand new starting in your love life, I see you feeling very supported. Like there's this equal support system that's going on in your relationship. Okay, there is the word community here. So you could be meeting this person in your community, okay, like in your neighborhood, where you work, where you go to school, in your friend group while you're out. Okay, yeah, okay. So I also feel here with the Queen of Pentacles, community again. There's this community word here. Well, with the Queen of Pentacles, I see you really feeling nurtured in this relationship. You feel taken care of. Like I said, you feel very supported. You could feel like it's not all weighing on you anymore. You have someone to lean on. You have someone to help you, whether that be like it's a physical thing. So it could be financial. It could be like physical things, like your partner is helping more around the house, cooking, cleaning. Like it just feels like you're being nurtured as well as you are nurturing this person, you know, and you just feeling really taken care of. Also for those that have children, you're just like nurturing your family, your home, your children, a lot more. I just, you know, this is making me feel like you're falling asleep with children here. You know, the sheep are kind of representing your children. Like, you know, they are creatures that we guide here, and, you know, that we guide here in the world. So it does feel like you're spending like these cozy moments with your family, with your lover, with your children, you know, and just even like dreaming about that. For those that are going to be getting pregnant, just dreaming about that. You feel like this person that is in, that has came in, that's going to be coming in, or is already in your life. It's somebody completely new, or someone that's already in your life. This person is devoted to you. It says devotion here. They are devoted to you. And the Pentacles is about longevity. This person is here for the long run. This is a queen energy, okay? So queen and king are very much the same. You know, there's a nurturing aspect to the way that this person is showing up. And so that's why they're showing up as a queen, because they're nurturing, they're pouring into you, they're making sure that, you know, your well-being is okay, you know? So there's a good feminine energy here, I see. Okay, so that's what the change is in your love life, that you are going to be attracting a very supportive, devoted, caring. Like their love language would be that, like acts of service, or making sure that you're financially okay, nurturing you, taking care of you, you know, physical affection. You know, they're going to be really all over you. You know, I did say it's going to be heated up. It does feel a bit wild, you know, but it feels like there's like this renewal, but it's like an earthy renewal. Okay, it's not like, you know, how when we hear renewal, we might think like water, or like cleansing with the air, or even fire. This is like earthy. You know, I feel like you've been waiting for this change in your love life for a long time. Okay, so let's tap into your money. Let's see, what do I want to use for money? Oh yeah, I bought these. Let's see what's going on with your finances. I might pull tarot along with this as well. Let's see what's going on in the money department for you. What changes are coming for you? Yes, a new beginning is coming for you. I was feeling that very much because of the new energy that we see in your guys' bowl here. So with your new beginning card here, it says you will start a new job in life. Clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. There's going to be a reset in your career. So even if you are like locked in with a career right now, this big change that's coming in, it could be shifting you to a brand new facility. It could be shifting you to, like, you get an offer out of nowhere, or you just out of nowhere have this feeling that you want to start looking for the next thing, even though you might be locked in. Or for those that are really, you know, wanting to start something new, I see this big change coming in here, okay? But remember the energy check that we did in the beginning, whichever one that you chose, remember to stick to that energy, okay? Now, there's a big change coming in your finances, okay? So this could be a increase in your money. Okay, I'm gonna pull more cards. I actually want to do, what do I want to do? Do I want to do this? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to do this. Okay. So there's going to be a big change in your finances. This is a new beginning. So this is like something new that you haven't experienced before. The fruits of your labor. This is making me feel like you've been really working hard on something, whether it's like you've been working on like I had a friend, she was like, yeah, I've been working here and I just want to work at this place for another year so that I can get the experience so I can move on to something like to the next stage, you know, so I could go to the next level at another place. So that could be very much something like you've been putting in work into something. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor. Your labor has become and become rich. Rich gain is here. So some of you guys could really be in this frequency of accumulating a lot of money, a lot of cash, okay, like a huge increase in your finances, but it did not go, this is a lot of work that's went into this, okay, like there's a tree, so you've been like building something, pouring into something for years. So I'm really gonna say that this is something that you already have experience in, you've already been working, right? And now it's time to reap the benefits of your labor. Like when you grow a tree, you get a lot of investment kind of energy here. You get to eat, and then what you eat, you get to invest. It invests into the next crop, okay, is what I'm feeling here. Wisdom, insight into nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. So I feel like you are going to be making really good decisions when it comes to your finances, okay? There are this big energy that's coming in. You're going to understand what to do. Even if you don't know, like this energy that you're tapping into right now, you're like, well, I don't know what I'm going to choose. When it is time for you to choose, you are going to choose the right decision. Like your intuition, your foresight, you've had foresight, and your intuition is on point. So don't question it. We have the Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Again, we have the Ace of Curses. This is the Ace of Cups. So this new beginning in your finances, this is definitely like a big chunk of money that you're able to invest, that you're able to save. This is like the big check that you've been waiting on, the big promotion, the big position that you've been waiting for and searching for. It comes in, and it's important, you know, to trust this, because I feel like whatever you've been feeling, you need like these hunches, these steps that you've been taking forward, maybe in your finances, to trust that, because you have wisdom, you have foresight. You're moving with that foresight energy, and so it's coming in. There's something big, a big opportunity. And you know, with aces, this is the advice always with aces, is to flip it, keep pouring into it, invest in it, okay? Pour your energy into it, whether it be, I'm going to pour more money into this outlet, I'm going to save this, I'm going to, you know, buy what I said I was going to buy, you know, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you flip it. Don't let it just sit there. Don't be scared to use it, or don't use it carelessly, okay, when this money comes in. The Ace of Cups, this is what you've been waiting for, okay? This is really what you've been waiting for when it comes to your finances. I want to get a little bit more energy here, Spirit, on money before we go into spiritual. Two of Cups here. Okay, so what I'm really feeling is like, for some of you guys, you might be getting this job or this promotion. This could even be a collaboration that you obtain with another person. This is someone that really sees you, really enjoys you. You could be starting a business with your partner, with your actual, you know, husband, wife, spouse, committed partner, or somebody that, you know, maybe even your best friend. You could be. This is an energy though of being in a partnership. You're going into partnership, you're going into a collaboration. Your friends are supporting you in some type of way when it comes to your career, okay? Also, I feel like you're making good you're making really good connections when it comes to your career, so networking. And these connections are going to last because they're like emotionally kind of drawn to you, and also like supported by you, okay? So there's these three of curses, these little three people here looking at a book. And you guys, number one was the energy of the book. So this could be like your book deal getting accepted. You get a book deal, people are reading your book, people are, you know, tapping into whatever you're creating, tapping into your story, and this is bringing in money. This is profitable. There is going to be something to celebrate here, especially with the fruits of your labor card and this new beginning. Like, there's something to really celebrate here. People are celebrating you in your finances and your career. But there's something really big. I feel like this is something that you've been really waiting on for a really long time. Yeah, you could be in the spotlight. You are the one that's being seen. You are the one that's being picked. And this is just like a really big manifestation for you. It being the Sun here with the Ace of Pentacles. There's just like a lot of joy when it comes to your finances. And it has to do with this new beginning started. But this new beginning, it's almost like it's the first fruit that begins to form, or the first couple of fruit that you see that is ripe for you to pick from this tree. Because this tree, whatever it is, whether it be your career, this book, you know, there's going to be more books to come. This new project, this new business, this could be like the first like 20 clients or customers that you have in your side hustle that now is going to start being like the main thing. That's what I'm feeling here. It's like the first couple of ripe fruits that you're able to, like, you know, eat, and the tree is going to continue to produce for you. So there's just this energy of feeling really grateful, happy, and other people being happy for you. And like even your ancestors, do you see this card here? Even your ancestors, like these ghosts that are behind them, your spirits, they're happy for you, and you are just like alive when it comes to your money, okay? So you're very happy that you got this new promotion. You're very happy that, you know, your book deal went through, that people are excited for your new book or for your whatever it is, you know. It's really nice. Let's go into spirituality though, okay? I'm really curious about the spiritual aspect for you guys. All right, let's see here. Let's see how this big energy is going to affect your spirituality, your spiritual energy here. We have Night Ride, and we have Eva, which is Eve. Okay, I want to do one more. Thank you, Spirit. Bloom. So how this is going to affect you, there's this new beginning also. Eve makes me feel like this is like the start before the new thing that happens, you know? It makes me feel like there's this new energy of exploring your spirituality. Also with this bloom as well, you're blooming into yourself. I feel that you've done possibly some tough, like you've shifted through the memories of the tough, dark trauma that you've had to go through, you know, even if it's just a little bit that you've touched. This is going to make a huge difference. That's the, you know, that's this big change in your spirituality, is because you've done some shifting. You know, you've had a mentor, or, you know, maybe you've guided yourself. Maybe these are your guides here. I'm looking at the owl here, and you've really rode through the night. That's what I'm seeing here. You really rode through the night until you got to the eve. Like the eve makes me feel like it's like the night before, right? The big thing that starts to sprout. And so I feel like things are going to start connecting for you spiritually. You're going to have like this new connection to life and to God and to your ancestors. I see you very much connected to your mentors, but also just connected to this new version of self when this new energy comes in. You know, there's a lot of laughter. My daughter, she's like laughing out there. And so there's going to be reason for you to laugh. And there's this healing element to being able, like, there's this, like, you know, when I don't know if you guys stuck all the way through, since this is going to be like an interactive reading, but I was talking about how you can now laugh at maybe like the bad things that have happened. You can now laugh at it, you know, and it's like a healing kind of aspect for you. But I do really see you blooming into like this new version of yourself, you know, and it's a spiritual experience for you. You know, of course, it could be a love experience. It could be, you know, maybe even like a physical appearance kind of experience, but it's spiritual. You see the spiritual aspect of it. I do see you learning a lot of lessons, you know, and tapping into your dark feminine, because now I'm kind of tapping into Lilith kind of energy, and maybe wanting to know more, like not being scared to explore other realms of magic, other realms of the occult, other realms of spirituality that maybe you were afraid, or that you were, you know, maybe indoctrinated to like not to explore. I see you kind of going off and kind of going and eating the apple of knowledge, like wanting to know more about life and about spirituality, you know. And there's something about going through those tough times, that darkness, that have led you to this, you know, this bloom where you're opening up to the sun, you know, and you're showing people who you really are. You know, I really love that for you, number one. But that's what I got for you for spirituality. I hope that you guys enjoyed this interactive big changes. I see you really changing a lot when it comes to your spirituality, but more of like, I'm ready to experiment. I'm out of the darkness, and I have learned a lot there, and it's kind of changed my perspective. You know, I love that for you. So let me know down below if you guys liked this reading, and if you want more interactive readings like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, number 2, welcome to your reading. Sorry. Okay, so you guys chose Tovok. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some energies while I look at your picture. Now this is going to let us know like the energy that you're holding right now that's helping this energy come in. Okay. So let's get some stickers as well. But with Tuvok, okay. Tuvok is my favorite Vulcan. He is a Vulcan. He's a black Vulcan, and I love that. Okay. So he's serious though, okay? The thing about Vulcans is that Vulcans are kind of detached from their emotions. They've evolved to kind of suppress their emotions, so they just really base their actions and their way of life on logic. Okay, And so there's this energy of just being logical about things. This is just logic. We got to think about what's logical here, you know? And so that is kind of like your mindset and how you are moving forward. Okay, let me get some charms here for you as well, just to tap into this energy. Okay, but there is this energy that has served you well, because I'm seeing Tuvok. He's from Voyager, and I'm seeing the first episode of Voyager. Where is my... Oh, here it is. I'm thinking about the first episode of Voyager where he is kind of like undercover. He is with these other people that are kind of like these rebels in the show, and he's undercover, like kind of spying on them. And so there's this energy of you kind of like going along, playing along with the people that are around, maybe like just to see how things are. You're kind of like spying and being very observant, okay? There's this strict nature about you as well, okay? Because Vulcans are pretty strict. They don't have a lot of fun. So you could be really all about business, all about logic, you know? That's what I'm feeling here. Not to say that you're not having a good time in life, but you're taking things quite seriously. You could be very observant right now. You could be like a double agent, and that energy is helping this energy come in. So it's almost like you're pretending to be like these people, but really you're not. You just want to see where they are. You're trying to see their hand. You're trying to understand what the fuck they trying to do. It's a sneaky kind of energy, to be honest, okay? But it's to protect yourself. It is to protect your mission. You're like on a mission to kind of take down these people, or to take down this energy. So you got to kind of like play along, play dumb, act as if, you know what I mean? So that you can kind of see what's going on, what's their plan, and you're going unnoticed, you're going undetected, okay, with this, okay? So that's what I'm really feeling. That's the energy. You're all about, you're serious, you're being logical about this, you're not connected to your emotions, you're very detached right now, which is helping this big energy come into your life. And so you got to keep this energy. Don't blow your cover, okay? Don't get too into your emotions is what I'm feeling here. Just see it, like feel it out. Let things be exposed, you know? Because soon you're going to be on like the other side, maybe, because he eventually goes back with his crew and kind of outs himself, you know, and he got information on them and all this stuff. So he, you know, that's what's coming up with that. But I'm going to pull a card as well for you to continue on this energy that you're in, okay? But we have night. So there's some things that you're doing at night. I'm seeing you could be doing meditation. It's just like a calming kind of activity that I see that you do at night, even if that's like every night you're on the couch with your hot cocoa and your snacks and you're watching Star Trek. Like it could be that, you know, you're watching your favorite show. It could be that you're doing meditation, maybe doing yoga, maybe even being at the gym. There's a meditative kind of thing, because even with Tuvok, with Vulcans, they have their meditative practices, okay? They meditate a lot. They're also telepathic, okay? They're able to read minds. They're able to connect with their mind, with other people's minds too. So you could be picking up on other people's thoughts, like telepathically. You could have like a special ability, okay? For sure. But you're, and you're using that ability, like you're using your psychic powers. You're using your ability to like to read people's minds and thoughts and energy, you know, to use it again for you, to benefit you. All right. But there's some type of meditative practice that you're doing at night that you need to keep up with. Okay. Because it's really keeping your energy right where you need it to go. So let's see. We have this card here for you. But either, we have the word either, so you could be either or. You don't know. Yeah, you got to see what's going on. You know, you're open to understand the facts. You know what I mean? So you're kind of in between, and that's okay. That's a safe place to be. What you don't want to be is put yourself on one spot right now. You know, you want to just kind of see things for the way they are. We have 11. Again, I'm watching Stranger Things right now with my kids. They're the Stranger Things. I don't know why I can't speak. It's probably because I've been speaking so much with these readings. Stranger Things, though. The new episode is coming, or the new season is coming, I think next week. And so we're trying to catch up. We haven't seen the show in a couple years, so we're trying to catch up. And 11 is kind of coming up. She is also a person that has superpowers. She's able to open up like portals. She's able to open up doors, gateways to different dimensions, you know? And so there's that energy. You could be opening up doors to different dimensions, like in your meditations. This is really giving like visualization. But it's coming in like with her anger in the show. She's really angry or she's really scared, right? So there could be fear that you're feeling. And with Tuvok here, I feel like this fear is logical. It's okay to be scared. Fear is here to show us, you know, the logical facts here, okay, the reality. And you get to choose if you should stay fearful. I think you are, you know, trying to figure out what to do, and you're doing certain things, you know, but there's this energy of like visualization. So you could be visualizing, meditating on what you want to bring in, or how you want things to happen. The word May is here, so there could be something happening in May, something happened in May, but you're shooting for May 15th. I'm hearing, you know, I'm gonna have it ready, or May 1st. That's what's gonna happen. I'm heading towards May. I'm gonna do all these things. You know, there's this energy of like opening up a new reality for yourself, okay? The stars, you could be looking at the stars at night, like sitting outside looking at the stars. Also just focusing on your stardom energy, like projecting your energy out into the world, like your greatness, you know? You're not afraid to use your powers, or you're not afraid to kind of show your greatness out in the world. We have random. You might be doing like random things, or you feel the need to just like go on a whim and do this and do that. Like, follow your whims, okay? Continue to follow your whims, because this energy is helping you, okay? Stay logical, but also follow your whims. It's, you know, the thing with Tuvok, you know, there's this energy of him being too rigid, too structured, you know, that he can't have fun, he can't laugh, you know, and sometimes it just doesn't work. He doesn't fit in. It doesn't like align with everybody, because he's so logical, he's so rigid, you know. And so there's this energy of like going off on a whim, you know. There's about the company that is around you. You're being very like, they could be obscene, like there could be like people that are just like not in alignment with what your vision, or like the things that you want to do. So just keep that in mind. You know, you're being very absorbent, you know, you're really focused on like what was, you know, what was, I don't know, that's what's coming up thing. There is a certain thing that you could be possibly eating or focusing on eating. This could be like a diet. We have finger. So there could be something that you're wearing on one of your fingers. Okay, something happened to your finger recently is what I'm feeling here. Okay, which is a part of this energy coming in. Okay, so let's look at these stickers. We have the telekinesis energy. Okay, you are moving things around. You could be moving things around in your home. You could be, you know, shifting things around in your office, cleaning out your phone. There's this energy of like moving things around, you know, that is shifting up the energy. Okay, the feng shui is moving differently within your actual home. You could be also moving things out of your mind, like, you know, certain belief systems. You're kind of like reprogramming your mind right now, okay? Also just moving people out of your life. You could be like, you know, no, I peeped that. No, like, you're out of here, you know, boom, like he's doing to this ice cream man here. You know, we have hide from reality board game. So there is this energy of not wanting to hide from reality. That's what it is. Like, you can't hide from what's actually happening here. So there is like maybe not liking the way people are or things that are happening in your reality. You're not like aligned with what's going on, right? And so, but this isn't about hiding. This is not about like silencing yourself or just like ignoring it, being in la la land, right? There is this energy of moving things around, being logical about things, and just like kind of trying to feel things out, right? We have this here, it says hugs. He's getting hugged by the snake. Yeah. Okay, so you could feel like you have a snake. You could feel like, is this person a snake? Somebody's hugging you. You could feel smothered. You could feel like this person is going to unalive you. Not actually, though. Okay, like this would be not an actual, like they're gonna unalive you, but you just feel like there's something about this person that's dangerous, venomous, poisonous, you know, you're noticing, okay, there's something about that, and you are allowing them to be around you. And I think that is a part of like what I was saying about Tuvok, okay? That's what I was saying about Tuvok. He's like undercover, just kind of watching things, okay? So you're very snarky, you have an attitude, that's great. With this little kitty here, I would say keep that energy, okay? Be a bitch if you need to be a bitch. We have this cute little cuddly cat too. So I feel like there's this kind of going back and forth, and now I'm seeing that episode of Tuvok when his emotions flooded in, like something happened to him and he had all these, like all his suppressed emotions came up to the surface, and he was painting, and I think that really speaks to like your whims and like just shifting from being rigid and to being like more playful, not just staying completely logical all the time, right? So continue to bounce back and forth when need to, right? You have this power to understand certain things, so just trust in that, right? We have this octopus here. I think you are working on getting out of a situation. Again, I feel like you feel close. Like what I feel is that you've been feeling very like overstimulated, maybe with the people around you. You've been feeling really overwhelmed possibly with the things that you have to do. You've been suppressing emotions down. So there is this energy of needing, like, I just want to go and do this. I need to do this. Like, I need to take a couple days off. Like, keep that energy, but also don't hide from reality, right? I hope you guys feel me, okay? You've been on that energy, so keep that. If you feel overstimulated, if you feel like you don't want people touching you or around you, take your alone time, okay? But also you are working on getting out of something here. You know, there are these sweet treats. It's a popsicle here. There's these sweet treats that you're having, and that's really good for the energy that's coming in. So like taking time to have your hot cocoa, like I mentioned, having hot cocoa or having your candy, you know, we're in the holiday season. So, you know, maybe you do need to be strict with some things, but also just allow yourself to have a treat, even within the circumstances or within whatever, your diet or whatever, right? Were you the pile that I said you were on a diet, you're eating something? I think you were. So there could be that. There's this jacket here. So you are kind of like covering up your feelings right now. You're covering up yourself in some type of way, and that is really good. I feel like not being so accessible, your emotions, or holding back, even just like this, you could be like kind of like closed off right now. That's okay. And I think that speaks to the people that you're around. It speaks to the people that you're not trusting right now, or that you're just kind of like maybe even being overstimulated, maybe disappointed in, right? So keep that energy for sure. Okay, let's look at this card here that I have for you. This is called The Great Work. I'm going to read because I've been wanting to learn this deck. I want to learn this deck. Let me find this though. Hold on. Let me find it. It's called The Great Work. Okay, hold on, wait, hold on, no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, I found it, hold on. Okay, so it's 211. Way in the back. Going to read this. The Great Work. Attention, devotion, vocation. Okay. The magnum opus shimmers in the distance, promising purpose, achievement, and understanding. When will we get there? When will our efforts be recognized? Amidst pressure and expectations, we come to realize each alchemist's life is an accumulation of moments in which attention is placed upon a subject within the laboratory. The artist draws a single line, the poet scribes a single word, the rose forms a single leaf. The magnum opus card reminds us that the alchemical garden grows from seeds tended by the devoted hands and the grace of sun and water and earth. You cannot force the great work. You cannot claim it or complete it. This card arrives to whispers words of encouragement. You are in the right place, the most important place for you. This is the alchemical garden. Tend to the youngest growth. Be dedicated and precise. Okay? So you are definitely, like I said, you could be on a mission. You could be wanting to do something, move something around. You could be wanting to move, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, you know, and you just have to kind of understand that you don't ever complete the big vision. It's just, it keeps unfolding. So just continue to pour into this energy that you're doing, right? And there's a lot that goes into it. All the energy that I already kind of exposed to you through that. Now we're going to switch over to the general energy. Okay, general energy. This is going to expose the energy that's coming in, okay, into your life. So it's going to be kind of like a general life and the energy of the big change, okay, whatever is coming in. Okay, we have dreams here, incubation. So yeah, there is something that you have been dreaming for. This is really the thing is though, okay, thank you, Spirit. What I really feel is like what's coming in, it's like it's one of your dreams, something that you've been dreaming about. This could be actually like a physical dream that you had, like, and you feel like it's prophetic. You've been having a lot of prophetic dreams. It could be that too. But what I feel for this is that there's something that you've been kind of wanting, and it's like a dream. It's almost like a fantasy dream kind of energy, and it's hard for you to connect to because it almost feels like it's not logical. It feels just like a dream. But you've been spending time there, visualizing it, connecting to it, and it's been just there, like growing. And there's something about, you know, something like a contract. This is a part of like your life contract that even though it feels kind of like so far removed from who you are and what your life is, and you know, like this is gonna happen though. This is what's coming. And I think it's like you say these things, but in the back of your heart, I want to say heart. I was gonna say head, but heart came out. In the back of your heart or your head, you just kind of feel like that's never gonna happen. It's happening. It's happening because you've been there for a really long time. It's almost like years of like thinking about this life or thinking about this energy, you know. It's been just brewing, getting stronger and stronger and stronger, you know. And it's like almost like there's other experiences that you've had along the way that kind of makes you feel like, well, see, that happened, and because that happened, because that happened, that means, you know, this dream will never come true, you know? And it's almost like being let down maybe, and it just kind of reminds you or makes you feel like, oh, that's never gonna that's never gonna come true. But in actuality, like, you spending time in that experience that was not what it was, not your dream experience, or not what you were hoping for, you know, the thing that was disappointing, experiencing that disappointment is also like you visualizing. And Spirit has explained this to me before, so bear with me. It's like, okay, say that you have been in a relationship and again, you're disappointed. Again, you're disappointed with this person because they let you down. It's not what you want. You were hurt, heartbroken, you know, and you're just like, you just see it like, yeah, that's why I'm never going to get what I want, you know? So definitely your love life is coming up already, just from me mentioning that. So your love life might take a change, okay? Might be one of the biggest changes here. But it's like you have this disappointment, but because you're there, like while you're disappointed, you're thinking about what you really want. And it's like pouring into that vision, it's pouring into that dream. And so then you have another moment in life where you actually feel really good about this dream, and you're kind of being delusional, and you're sitting there and you're like fantasizing about it. It's like growing even bigger. So like you're always thinking about this dream coming true, and it is a part of your life experience, whatever it is. Okay, it's gonna be different for all of you guys. So let's look at these cards that I just pulled for you to kind of also understand this energy. We have the 12th house. This is surrender, all about surrender. Okay, it says subconscious mind, compassion, dreams. Okay, karma, forgiveness, baggage, transate. Yeah, you could be doing like rituals for this, or just like visualizations, daydreaming, like you're off in a trance, like just daydreaming about this, you know, it's really what I'm feeling here. The unseen, guilt. I feel like this energy is like, you're gonna almost feel like guilty, like almost like undeserving of having this. It's almost like you're gonna have to learn how to have compassion for yourself. You know, it's gonna teach compassion to you is what I'm feeling here. This is going to bring in a lot of self-forgiveness as well. This is going to clear out a lot of baggage for you. And in fact, I feel like a lot of the work, and I feel like right now is a really tricky time for the collective. I feel like a lot of us are not seeing the actual work that we're doing on ourselves and our life. Like, I feel like you have been kind of releasing this baggage slowly but surely, you know? And so when this comes in, it's going to be like a huge release of trauma and baggage for you. We have Uranus here. So there's some type of breakthrough that comes through. It's like almost like this breakthrough, unexpected energy that comes in. Again, brainstorming. It's like you kind of go off on a tangent thinking about this life or person or like experience that you want, you know, and it's something that you might have been kind of like obsessing about recently, and it's always been a dream. Okay, you might go through periods of like being obsessed about it, and then just kind of like surrendering to what is. But this is going to be such a surprise to you when this energy comes in to your life. It's going to be such a surprise, and you are ready for it. That's the thing that's going to feel surprising to you, because you might feel like this kind of like shakes up the foundation. You're not going to be sure if you are ready for this. I do feel like this is going to help other people in your life. Other people are going to be affected by this change as well. We also have Mercury, communication. This is new information coming in. This can be ideas that are coming in. We have curiosity, being able to explore, but definitely like being communicative, maybe even sharing yourself, sharing your ideas, sharing information, people sharing information with you, and just having more awareness, I feel, with like having more awareness with where your mind has been and what you've been actually doing is what I'm really feeling here. And so that's the energy. It's very, and we have vision. Yeah, like there's this like vision coming into play for you. This could definitely be like an unexpected. Let's just get into the different energies and see what it is, because it's kind of interesting, let's just say. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to add those cards back. Put them over here. Okay, so let's move on to love. Let's see what is going on in your love life. What changes are we going to have in your love life? Let's see here. But I just feel like this is going to feel very unexpected. I feel like there's going to be tons of communication coming in to your life. It's going to feel kind of like your life kind of shakes up in a good way and bad. I feel like a bad sense of like you're gonna feel like you're gonna like maybe you can't do this, or you might feel triggered, or you might feel undeserving of it. There's that energy. That's the bad energy. It's not like something really bad is gonna happen. It feels like something good happens, right? So let's see what's going on in your love life. What change does it make on your love life here? Wow. Whew. Let me see here. I really do see you guys getting a partner with the king energy here. We have king, and just like this figure here is making me feel like there's like this big, you're going to have someone that protects you. And this could be someone that protects you financially or just like physically, with the King of Pentacles being here. But this is a very, and I feel like you've had this, it says prophecy here. So there's like this, like I said, there's this prophetic dream. You could have dreamt about this lover. You could have dreamt about this life, this marriage. You just kind of fantasize about it, right? Oh, sorry. Yay, this long, you guys, this video took literally 2 hours to finish exporting. So I will upload that later. I'm gonna let my kids use the computer. They'll be like, let me use the computer. Okay, so in your love life, like I said, you're gonna be surprised. You're just gonna come in just like the song just happened. Boom, right? The intro just started. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna feel really cool. You know how like we all love the intro here on the channel. You know, we just love dance. I feel like you're gonna want to dance when this person comes into your life. Or you're going, if you're already in a relationship, I just feel like there is this intense passion that happens between the both of you guys, and you're no longer kind of afraid. You could have been afraid in this connection for some reason, and you are no longer like afraid. Things get really intense. Here, this card right here, the quasar, exchange of energy, consumption. It feels like in your love life, you are no longer being taken from. You know, you could have felt like in your love life, you were with partners that just took from you. You could have felt like your current partner was kind of like draining you of energy. Moving forward, it feels like you are no longer choosing that for yourself. Honestly, it feels like you are no longer choosing that. In fact, you are going to be the one that's taking the energy. You are going to be benefited here. So I feel like your relationships are going to change. Your love relationships are going to change, where it really supports you energetically. And that might show up in finances. It might show up in like physical care, nurturing, like someone really investing in you, maybe investing in your guys' life together, right? I really feel that. I feel like you will be building something together. I do feel like your love life is about you. Like, I feel like your person is very much about you. You're doing the things that you want to do in your romantic life. It's all about what you want, what you need, and what makes you happy and joyful. It just feels like this person wants to pour into you, you know, wants to pour into you. But there is this exchange of energy. So I do feel like, again, very intense, passionate, love-making, that energizes you, right? I also feel like you and this person are going to be accomplishing things that you want to do in your relationship and in life. Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling about the love energy here. I just feel that you kind of attract this protective energy into your life. You attract this energy that pours into you and gives to you and that benefits you in your life, you know? And it does feel like you are making not just your love life, but maybe your life about you, because the sun is very much about the self. So you are considering where you want to put your energy, you know? And I do feel like you feel very safe in this connection, very safe and secure in your love life, okay? So let's move on to money and see, where is money? What kind of energy is going to happen in your money, in your finances? I'm sorry. Let's see here for number 2. What's going on? Look, surprise. Your energy is all about surprise. Like, you're going to have a really big surprise when it comes to your finances. Okay, this could be a surprise opportunity. And I'm hearing take it, take it, take it, take it. Like somebody saying that. I'm hearing someone say, take it, take it, take it. Oh my God, take it, take it. Say yes. Like, that's what I'm hearing right now. And I'm getting goosebumps. That's crazy. Alchemy. Okay, so let's look at these. Where's my wand? Okay, so, you know, within your finances, you are gonna have a surprise. It says unexpected turn can bring a positive change. Be ready for change. Again, there's this wish energy that I was feeling from Uranus, and, you know, just like this surprise element. I think something is coming in and you're just unaware of this, you know, but you've been pouring into this, right? You've been pouring into this like through daydreams and even just like astral and visualization. There is a kind of like a disconnect, like a disbelief that's happening here, but be grateful for all your disappointments, because during those disappointments, you're just like really fantasizing about what you really want. And it comes in. I feel like this is an energy that is going to surprise you, because you just feel like it's so disconnected. Like it's random. It feels random to me. So there's this surprise opportunity. There's a new job, a change of a workplace, or a business trip. Change is coming in just in time. So this could happen. Financial change can happen right when you really need it. Like right when you need it, it comes in, and it's like there is this energy of you like, you know, I don't know if you stuck throughout this whole energy of number 2, but I did mention in one of the other timestamps where it's like you might doubt it. You might feel like you're undeserving of something. And so I am hearing like, take it, take it, take it. Say yes, go, call them. And I'm getting goosebumps every time I'm starting to reenact that energy. And so I feel like there's this huge opportunity that is surprising to you. And, you know, I did mention like, you know, in one, like the previous, in love and in general energy, I was mentioning on how like, you just didn't, you had a lot of disappointments. You could have had a lot of disappointments, right? And this is the alchemy behind it. you've had disappointments, but during those moments of disappointment, you are just like, this is not it. I really just want this. And you just go off and you really involve your emotions, right? And then you disconnect from it. You might think that it's too far-fetched. It's never going to happen for you. But then you also come across these moments where you are, where you're just like really enthralled in the visualization, the vision, like what you really are wanting to experience. And so there's just like this energy of like this buildup energy, you know, but because it's so like, it's time. I don't know. There's something that could be possibly things that you're doing in your active life. That's why I did the energy check of what you're currently doing that's helping this energy come in, so that you can kind of stay on track with that energy to keep the frequency, right? Because there could be certain things that you're doing that's just aligning you with this big surprise that comes in, because it feels like it's unexpected. It just comes out of nowhere for you. And it feels very financial, and it also feels very love. So check out your love energy as well. I was feeling it very like for the love energy as well. But this is alchemy. It says using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets transform the situation. So you could be, you know, in your witchcraft. You could be in the coven with me and the girls, okay? And doing your rituals and your spells, and you're doing your glamour and working on your sex magic and doing your beauty rituals or whatever, because, you know, beauty is connected to money. Your appearance, the way that you look and how you see yourself, it is connected to like your ranking in the financial realm, spiritual realm, okay? So it feels like there's alchemy happening. You've been brewing up a lot. You could be working on some things as well with this opportunity. You know, she's sitting at a computer doing certain things on the computer, and it just feels like something comes in. And you shouldn't be surprised. But I feel like you will be. Because there is a strong sense of disbelief with this pile. Okay, I want to get some... Did I use this? Yeah, I used this deck. I want to get a little bit of tarot for the finances to see more of this energy. But there is a little bit of like disbelief. And so I feel like when it comes in, it just feels like, whoa. But you've been doing the magic. You've been doing the visualization. You've been doing certain things to help your frequency, you know, your current vibe and mode in alignment, you know. So we have the 10 of Cups. This is something that could come through a family member. This could be something that helps your family. This could be something that's gifted from your family. But it just makes you feel like, do you see this person? They're like, I just feel like you're gonna feel so amazed when this comes in. It could be like a new job that you've been wanting. It could very much be like a bonus that comes in and you're like, yes, now I can buy that for my kids. Or there's something that, like, you know, happens and it gives you a lot of happiness and joy, and it kind of just shows you that visualization does work. You connecting to the vision, especially connecting to it with emotions, it works. You know, we have the 7 of Cups. This is the 7 of Pentacles. This is something that you've been pouring into or waiting on, or just something that like you've been tending to, even if it's just like an emotional way. I'm feeling, even though this is Pentacles, so this does mean like you could have been putting in work, something like you go to work every day. You know, I'm just thinking about this one person where they were just like going to work every day, and then suddenly like they got promoted and they were just like, oh my God, like I can't believe, like, and it changed their life, right? And so there is this energy of possibly like doing something, repeating over and over, and then something happening, you know, that's really great. 8 of Cups here. So there is this energy of walking away, right? 8 of Cups is leaving something disappointing. I think you're really disappointed possibly with certain things that are happening in your finances. You're not completely happy, and a lot of you guys are very disappointed in something that's happening in your finances, maybe at work, you know, along the money energy. There's disappointment. There could even be somebody that you had to walk away And, you know, it makes you mad. It makes you disappointed when you think about it, right? But it also fuels you. So there is this energy of, because you walked away for something, this surprise happens. That's what I'm feeling. There's this energy of like, because you walked away from something, this is also going to help you walk away from a lot of things that you are disappointed in. So if you are doing things for money that you don't feel like is fulfilling, you're just not connected to it, you don't want to be doing it, this is going to help you walk away from those things. Okay, so you walking away from certain things helped this come in, and also it's going to help you walk away from other things that you just don't want to be doing, maybe even for work, or maybe even like, this could be like, now I can leave my marriage, you know, I have enough money, I don't need to be in this marriage, or now I can move from this apartment, you know, it could be definitely that. Now I can, it's like, now I can actually move away from this other disappointing factor. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so that's really good. I love that for you, number 2. So let's tap in to spirituality. Okay, spiritual. Let's get spiritual with it. Let's see what spiritual changes are coming with this big change. Can't forget about the spiritual, because everything is spiritual. Okay. My home is my castle. Ooh, look at this. Wow. Wow. These 2 cards. The castle and a home. They're both connected to her head. You are your home. This spiritual, like, change, big thing that's coming, the spiritual effect that it's going to have on you is that you're going to understand that your home is you. Your home is your mind. You create your own heaven. You create your own hell. That is going to be one of the spiritual lessons that this big change brings. Okay. It says Sleeping Beauty dream. So again, I feel like you are going to, this big change is going to lock something into motion with visualization and dreaming, like focusing on dreams. It's like, wow, okay, I understand how this came in, and I see how powerful my mind is. I see that I can actually go and live in the experience, and eventually my 3D reality will match it, right? What I'm feeling here though is with your spirituality, I feel like you are beginning to, like, this thing that changes, it shifts how you want to keep your home, which is your mind, right? In this aspect, you realize that you have a gift, the gift of life, the gift of vision, the gift of, you know, getting to this point. A lot of people are not at this point, you know, maybe even visualization, shifting your energy, healing yourself. You know, a lot of people just don't give their spirituality the time that they deserve. You know, they don't give it to themselves. And you've reached this point where you're just like, this is like, this has to be a staple. Like, you're making your spirituality a staple, and it more in a sense of like, I need to keep my mind clean. You know, through number 2's energy, there was some disappointments, you know, that they had to kind of shift through. And so there's this energy that this change brings where you're like, I have to make sure that I don't disappoint myself. I have to make sure that my mind, like, I have to be mindful. Like, I have to really see where I'm talking down on myself, because maybe this big change, this thing that's coming in, it could have happened sooner or differently, and if my mind was more clean. So there's this energy of like making sure that your mind is clean, doing the spiritual practices that are going to help you be mindful and to honor your gift. I feel like this is you understanding that you have a gift here, that you have a gift. This could be like the gift of life, like realizing like, wow, it's such a gift to just wake up. Like we take really just breathing and experiencing this 3D reality. Like we're so focused on like having all these like material things and all these different experiences that we think that we need to have, that we forget to even just like be, you know? And so I feel like this experience is going to like really, I don't want to use that word. I'm not using that word, Spirit. It's going to ground you. Okay, thank you. It's going to ground you in what's important. You know, what is truly important. And that is like seeing things clearly, seeing reality clearly, seeing yourself clearly, you know? And so I just feel like there's just like a lot of like healing in the upper chakras. You know, that's what I'm feeling, like the upper chakras. There's a big awareness on what you can do with those chakras, you know, and just realizing like you have the gift of life. Like you're here, you're experiencing, like it's such a, like we take things for granted because we don't have this, or we think we need all this stuff, but you really don't. You know what I'm thinking of? It's like, I remember we went camping and we were in the RV, me and my family, and it was such a like, we were disconnected from all of our phones. You know, like when you go camping, you can't like be on your phone, you can't use technology or anything like that. And it was just like so peaceful being in the woods. It's like one of my favorite things to do, is to go camping and be in the woods and just be disconnected, you know, from the grid. And it was like, we just wanted to stay there. We kept extending our stay at the park, you know, and it was just like we didn't need everything that was back at home, you know. Like we went to the grocery store, got a couple food, came back, like made our food, you know. It was just like really nice, you know. And so I really feel like it's like you're being grounded in reality, that you have a lot, like you actually have everything that you need. That's really beautiful. Okay, number 2. So that's what I got for you. Those are the changes that this big thing is coming in. Let me know if you like these interactive readings. Let me know if you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you want more of these changes, like changes, what's coming kind of energy. Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Peace. All right, number 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose Quark, my favorite dude, one of my favorite dudes in Star Trek. He's literally one of my favorite. I love him. Whoa, what a looker, right? Okay. So, okay, the first thing that's coming out for you, number 3. I'm gonna get some more energies here for us to look at. We're gonna do some words and charms first. Now, this picture of Quark is meant to really show us the energy that you are in right now, that you're holding, that you're anchoring into, that anchors in this big thing that's coming in for you. Okay, so this is going to be an energy check. Okay. Bang, boom, boom, boom. You guys got a lot. I feel like that's that. Okay, but with Quark, there's this energy with Quark, like, okay, he's a Ferengi, okay? And that's his alien race. There's a few things that's coming in. Yeah, thank you. There's a few that's coming in for Quark's energy, but mainly Quark is, you know, Ferengis love wealth. They love finances. So finances might be a big thing that changes for you, okay? Finances might be a big thing that changes for you, okay? Getting a couple charms here to see good energies. You guys have a lot. Let me get some stickers now for you. Okay, 3 stickers. We got that. Ooh, okay. All right, where's my wand? There it goes. Now, can you guys see Quark? Candle. And so let's just move him right there. Okay. So with Cork, there is this energy of, you know, you might have your own business, you know, you are working every day, going in, hustling, like, and you're doing whatever you like, whatever. This is the thing. Ferengis don't care what they do to make money, to make their money. Let's just say that. It's not really called dollars in their, you know, world, but they are obsessed with like currency, okay, with money. And they don't really care how they get about it. You know, they'll scam people. And I'm not saying that you should go out and scam people. Use discernment, whatever, you know. But there is this energy of like using all of your assets, like using whatever you can to make money. Okay, you could have a lot of skills. You could also have a lot of good social skills, you know how to, like salesman kind of energy, you know. Ferengis do not get a good light, like good reputation. They don't have a good rep, you know. But I feel like, you know, towards the end of Deep Space Nine, Star Trek, that's where Quark is from, series, he kind of changes, you know, he changes his views about his life. So I feel like right now you could be starting to change the way that you think about certain things. You could be hustling really hard. This is all the energy that you should be doing and staying into. Okay, you could be hustling. You can also be, another thing that's coming up with this Ferengi energy is that on the Ferengi planet, women are very suppressed. They are very suppressed. They're not allowed to make money. They're not allowed to even wear clothes. Like it's really gross, right? So there is this energy of being female, right? Being a woman, and not letting the fact that you are one stop you from making money, stop you from hustling, and stop you from like being a boss, maybe stepping even into your masculine. There's this energy of like Quark's mother. She kind of like rises to the top. She wants to be a businesswoman. She's like making money and all this, you know. There is this energy of that, like just going against the grain. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It doesn't matter, you know. Clothes could have a significance in this. Like maybe you're selling clothes, or maybe you're modeling. Maybe you are doing kind of like shisty things. Like people would categorize that as like shisty things. Like maybe not scamming, but maybe you have like, you know, a special little account where you get paid, or like maybe you have a sugar daddy or something like that. There's something that you could be doing that might be looked down upon, because Ferengis kind of just like do whatever, you know. Quark though, he has his own business. He has a bar, so you could have a brick and mortar or a business that you're like pouring into, okay, every day. You're about your money though. This is like what I can really say about Quark. But you know, I feel like right now you're beginning to change. You're kind of beginning to change your ways and to care more about the people around you. Because that's kind of like his story. He becomes like more likable by the end of the series, and he creates friendships, you know, with some of the characters, you know, and he becomes more respectable. The people start respecting him. A lot of people don't respect. Like so you might feel like people don't respect you right now. And you don't care. You really don't care. It doesn't stop you from your hustle. It doesn't stop you from getting to your bag, you know. There's a lot of, you might even be in competition. Like you feel very competitive right now. So this is all energies that you should stay in. So whether it's about money or anything, like there's a competitive energy, there's a hustle, there's a grind that you're about right now. And that even if there is something that you want to change that doesn't have to do about money, you need to stay in that grinding energy, like how you are in your career. Even if you're okay and you're not like wanting a big change to come in with your career, the hustling vibe, staying on, like, you know, showing up every day, pouring into your business, pouring into your work, pouring into the relationships that are around, that is going to be very beneficial. Okay. I also feel like you are kind of looked at as a weak person, right? This is just coming off, you might feel that way. You might feel like people see you as weak. The thing about Quark though, like he's had these moments in his story where he has done these like really like unbelievable things that nobody would think that a Ferengi could do, because they're kind of like these weak creatures. They just care about money. They'll like, you know, fuck you over, you know, for $1, you know, that's just how they are. But they're just kind of like these weak, fragile kind of beings, sort of. And so was that like, yeah, that was him and Odo. Yeah. So like, I'm also seeing like, you're not what people think you are though. Like there's a lot more to you, you know, like, yeah, you might be doing some stuff over here that other people might frown upon, but it doesn't really talk about who you really are inside, as is your spirit. And you kind of surprise people by these things that you are doing. So continue to like, just go down this path of doing whatever you want, like just thinking about how you are going to rise. That's all Ferengis think about and talk about and care about, is them rising to the top. Okay. And also like, you are really caring about a certain person right now. Like there could be somebody that really needs your help, that needs your care. Like I'm seeing this one episode where him and Odo get stuck on this like planet, and Odo needs to get in his bucket, or is that him? Is that Odo that does that? I think it is him and Odo. Yeah, it's him. So him and Odo, which is this other alien, he's like a shape-shifting weird alien. Nobody knows what he is. He doesn't even know who he is. But they get stuck on this planet. He's stuck with Quark. He really hates Quark, but eventually they become best friends, right? But there's this person that is like Odo in your life, where they're getting sick, or they need help, they need care, they, you know, need help with their body, maybe even. They need help with their body, they need help with like getting up this really difficult mountain, because they were like on a hill, on a mountain, they needed to reach some place or something. And Odo was like getting sick and was malfunctioning, you know, let's just say, you know, he was like melting. He's like a shapeshifter, but Quark was there for him, you know, and it was like kind of like this unexpected thing, and it kind of built their relationship and their trust in each other, and it kind of changed like the viewer's view of Quark. So there's this energy of you like helping people, or like helping a certain person in your life that really needs it. And, you know, maybe they don't believe that you care about them. Maybe they don't believe that you can help them, but you are helping them, and you will help them. And there's this energy that you're like really focusing on, you know, and it could be, you know, other people outside of you. It could be many people that you're helping. And it's just like, it's kind of unexpected. It's kind of like, wow, I didn't know that person like really cared about me. You know, this is what this person is going through. So remember, this is energy that you got to anchor into and not doubt. Okay. Because this is uplifting your vibe, and this is what's bringing in your energy. And that's the thing. Like you might be involved in like kind of shiesty ass stuff, or like shady. I don't know. I don't think it's too shady. I don't think you're a criminal, but maybe you are. Who knows? Maybe you're doing some criminal activities, you know, like, hey, it's hard out here. You know what I mean? And maybe you're doing that, but like there's another side of you as well. You know, like maybe you have many different hustles, you know, and some of them are shady or frowned upon, but it does not speak to the human that you are, like and now I'm hearing Quark when he says human, you know, like he just kind of like, it's like humans do not like Ferengis. They have like this thing. So people might really dislike you. There could be people around you. People might get the wrong idea about you. There could be like people talking crap about you or something, you know, something that you did, something you're doing that you don't need to stop doing. You don't need to stop doing it. But it's going to change, because there's some type of energy that you're doing as well that shows who you really are. So let's look at all this here. Let me get Quark, because he's kind of distracting. Okay. You could like to have a good time too. They like to gamble. They like to party, you know, they like to have fun and stuff. So you could be doing that too. So food, You could be growing your own food, like you're in the garden or planning to do a garden, getting your garden ready, cleaning out your garden, harvesting your food. Food can be very significant, like you're making a food a priority right now. Like maybe that's like, you know, I really want to cook and I want to make all these different, now I'm seeing Neelix in the kitchen, which is on Voyager, the other Star Trek series. So you could be like really cooking it up in the kitchen, you know, having fun with food or dieting with food or taking your food seriously. You could be delivering food. That could be like a side hustle that you have going on right now. Time can be very like time of the essence. You're not wasting your time. Like Ferengis, they don't waste no motherfucking time. You don't play with their time. Their time is about their money, you know? And so like you're really taking your time management seriously. Orange, okay, color of his skin. I'm just playing. You could be wearing a lot of orange, attracted to orange kind of colors, you know? This is uplifting your frequency. This is getting you in the right vibe. Different orangey kind of colors, orange flowers. Maybe you just painted your room orange. You painted your house orange or something like that. Someone's painting their house and it's just like really uplifting your vibe. You could be eating orange foods, you know, attracted to orange drinks, smoothies and stuff like that. Dangerous. You could be doing dangerous things. Okay. You could be doing something that's risky. Okay. All because you're doing something dangerous doesn't mean that you're in danger. Okay. I don't know why I had to say that, but it don't really make sense. But it makes sense to me with the energy that I'm reading. But, you know, people also think of you as dangerous. Like what you're doing right now, it's not necessarily like you're doing dangerous things. It could be. But there's this energy of like whatever you're doing, people are kind of looking at you like, that's dangerous. Like I got to watch out. Like they got to watch out for you, you know. And it could come off on the way that you're navigating, the way that you talk, your attitude. The forest, you could be taking trips to the forest, you know, you're putting forest like visuals and music, you know, YouTube has like the visuals of the forest and the peaceful music. Like you could be having that on your TV or on your projector, in your projector. But you're really thinking about the forest. You could also be in a time where you're just like, you know, the forest is very symbolic for the subconscious. So you could be doing a lot of subconscious work, you know. You could be doing a lot of visualization. You could be conquering your fears, getting over your fears. Like Ferengis are very fearful, very fearful. And that speaks to the story that I was thinking of, like him just doing these unbelievable things, like killing a Klingon. And like he's the only Ferengi that has killed a Klingon, like, and the Klingons are like these massive warriors, like scary kind of aliens. So you could be conquering your fears and doing like the unbelievable things right now. Like you're really scared to do these kind of things. It feels dangerous, right? But you're doing it anyways. Ghost, you're ghosting people. There's people that you've gone no contact with. You've ghosted somebody has ghosted you, and that's okay. It's like, I'm feeling it as like, that's okay. You don't need to know. Like, what am I seeing? There's this energy, like you could go no contact with your mother, because there's this energy of like Quark's mom, I believe, where she just goes missing, right? And nobody knows where she's at. And eventually she pops back up, right? But there's this energy of like, maybe you had to step away from certain family members, or you had to ghost a lover, a situationship, you know, weird ass energy. So you could be feeling weird right now. That's okay. Accept it. Weird. People might think you're weird. People might think that what you're doing is weird, but you need to continue to do it. So there are things that you are doing that people might not understand, right? People just don't get it. People don't understand it. Leave. You might have just left something. You might want to leave. You might want to leave something alone, right? Just don't stop doing whatever is weird. whatever people don't understand, that's okay. Keep doing that. Remember, this is the energy that's anchoring you into this big changes that are happening. Okay. Down. You could have been feeling down, you know, you could be feeling down. Somebody's feeling down around you. Somebody could have been cruel to you. Okay. Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay. 100. You could have just made $100. You could have found $100. Somebody could have gave you $100. Somebody could have asked for $100 and you gave it to them. You could have made a couple hundred. You feel like in 100 days, there's like something about 100 days. Okay. Somebody could have been cruel to you. Took you 100 days to get over it. Heaven. I feel like there could be people that have crossed over that are guiding you. You're in connection with your ancestors. Somebody could have transitioned recently. And so I'm hearing like, oh, they're in heaven, stairway to heaven. Like maybe you're on the way, like not like you're on the way, but people are saying that like maybe because you're doing dangerous things. You know, there is, but that doesn't mean that that's going to happen to you. I'm just saying like some people feel, you know, like I'm really picking up on, you could be involved with someone that has gang activity, or you know someone, or you're like, you know, there's somebody that you're worried about. There could be that too. And I'm hearing like, you know, just they are telling a story or something, you know, very select. This is very for a few, just a few of you guys. But heaven, I feel like you are just kind of thinking about your own personal little heaven, like creating heaven on earth. Okay. I have a friend named Heaven. Your name might be Heaven. Now I'm thinking about her. You know, you might be very sweet in nature and kind, you know, and she be cooking too. She's about her food. Stair. So you're climbing the ladder, maybe in your career, maybe in your relationships. We're going to see. Okay. Now let's look at this. We have this sticker here. It says, who possessed Johnny? And he's like flying up to the sky and he's like in the middle of the pentagram. Okay. So can you guess who possessed Johnny? So, you know, this energy, I feel like you're doing kind of like these unbelievable things, right? You are, and people are just like, what got into this person? What is up with them? Like, that's what people are saying and talking about you and thinking about you and saying these things to you. And they're just like, oh my God, like, look at number 3. What are they doing? Like, it's crazy. They're on some other shit. Like they on one, you know, that's what I'm hearing. That's okay. Let them think that about you. Ooh, what's this? Something we haven't seen. Enemy. Your enemies could be, look at that. Your enemies was hiding and the enemies are probably like, oh, they're just like, they're crazy. They're weird. They're messing with some dangerous stuff, you know, and it's fine. That's fine if they think that, you know, because all of this energy that you're in right now and that you're doing, whether people are disagree with it, weird, this is about your elevation. This person is elevating up above all of these people. So trust what you're doing right now. Okay. We have this. Let's make wishes. Cursed monkey paw. Okay. So you could have been feeling like you're cursed. There's certain things like you could feel like you're cursed or someone put a hex on you. Maybe you're just like waiting for your wishes to come in, but you feel very cursed. That's something. Okay. And this really speaks to this energy. And it's really giving Ferengi, like, you know, there's some Ferengis, that's all they want to do is just like hustle for the money. And they're just like, you know, that's all they care about. And they don't really have a good vibe. You know what I mean? So not to say that that's you, but you could be kind of in and out of this energy. Not a good vibe though. Right. And you could be feeling like you're cursed. You could have like what you were involved with somebody or something, or somebody put a curse on you. Okay. And that's okay. Like, just keep that in mind. We're going to touch base with that as we go through this energy. We have this sticker of this girl here. She's crying, but you know, she's not really showing her face. She has this mask on, right? So you could be feeling like really sad, but you're not showing the world that. You're not showing the people that, you know, there could be somebody in your life that's just putting on a smile, but they feel really sad inside. Again, the whole, you know, episode with Odo, like feeling sick, not feeling good, and you needing to be there for this person, and you're there for them. Okay. Keep being there for them. Now, if this is you, I feel like, you know, you could be, things are about to shift. Something big is coming in, and you're going to be still crying, but it's not going to be sad tears. It's going to be happy tears. Okay. So it's okay to feel those emotions. Make sure you check in with the reading that I posted. I'm going to make sure I post that one first, because it's more important than this one. The guidance on your situation, okay? Because that one's really deep. So make sure you check in with that one if you haven't already. It should already be up on the channel. But there is a reason why you're low right now, and it's working for your benefit. Like, again, this is energy that you need to anchor in, and for that big thing to come in. It's okay to be sad. Take care of yourself, right? During the sad moments, during these times where you're crying and you're low, you're just feeling cursed and, you know, weird, you're feeling weird or whatever, right? Your enemies are coming at you. You could feel their energy, whatever. People talking shit. Like, it's important for us to feel and experience these things. That's what life is about. It's not just about, this is about the variety of experience that is offered here to us in this life. So like the Wheel of Fortune, right? I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. There's always a downturn to life, and then there's the upspin of the life. That's the wheel of life, right? So it's okay to be in this feeling, and it's okay if you don't want to show everybody. Again, all of this is stuff that you need to understand that it's okay to be like, and this is your anchoring energy. So if you don't want to show the world that you're upset, that's okay. If you want to hide your face, that's okay, you know, because there are people here for you. So gravitate to them too as well. Okay, let's look at these pens. You could be having a lot of ice cream, a lot of treats right now. That's working for your benefit. Okay. Win my heart. You could be feeling like you want people to win your heart. You know, you're not going to just easily give your heart out. They got to prove themselves to you. Stay in that energy. That's working for you. We have this melting heart here. So very focused on like your heart energy. Your heart can be, ooh, what am I hearing? I'm hearing Cardi B where she says, what did she say? She said, now my heart is ice pack. There's something to that song where she's like saying that her heart is on an ice pack. So you could have been heartbroken. Again, it's okay to be in these energies. Like, you know, maybe you deal with your pain alone. You deal with your sadness alone. You're taking care of yourself. It's okay to process it all and release it all, right? Join the releasing candle if you haven't. It's free, timeless reading or ritual that you could tap into to release this heartbreak. But with this energy, it's like your heart is beginning to thaw. Also, some of you guys with this melting, it's like it was on ice pack. You had to like ice pack your heart, you know, and now you're letting it kind of defrost and thaw out and become alive again, you know, and so allow that. Don't trust it. If you feel like you're kind of like defrosting, that's okay. Basic witch, you could be doing these basic things. You could be doing these basic witch shit. And people are like, oh my God, she's possessed and evil and the devil. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. You know, the basic witch shit is actually the shit that is like very foundational for the higher magic, you know? So keep with your basic shit. Okay. We have this night cloud. You could be, you know, like a night owl, not having trouble sleeping. And if anything, the only advice that I would give you is like, that's okay. If you can't sleep, turn off the lights, lay in the dark, rest, get your rest, right? But allow those ideas and those thoughts to keep you up, but don't let it keep you active. Keep you up in a restful state. Okay. It's okay if, you know, this is you processing, understanding things, ideas beginning to brew. Stay in that energy. Nobody ain't got time for that. No, I ain't got no time for that. Hell no, I don't got time for that. So you could be like, you know, I don't got time for that. Nobody ain't got no time for that, you know? Like, I just not got no time for that. Bye, peace. Like, you could be on that vibe. Like, I just don't got time for this. I gotta go make my money, yo. I gotta be, you know, I gotta be doing this shit. I don't got no time for that. What the hell just, what was that? Something, ooh, what is that? Ooh, okay, so something could have, like, you could have stepped on a nail. You could have got a splinter just recently. You could be, like, hurting yourself. I just stepped on a stick, incense stick. Okay, so we have the brain. You could be like needing rest. Okay, make sure you get your rest. You could be like needing to like write down your ideas with this brain. You could be like really in your head, brainstorming. I'm hearing. You could be cutting off communication. You could be choosing not to speak, and that's all okay. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for us just to kind of complete this energy that you're in, that's anchoring you. Okay. Before we move on. So we're still in the energy here. Conjunction. So we have conjunction. I'm going to actually read because I want to learn this deck. So bear with me. Let me get this. Oh, it's the very last one of this deck. Conjunction. Love, divine union, infinity. Conjunction is a great alchemical operation of love. During this stage, we witness the miraculous work of the two opposites merging to create a unique third form. Sun, moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike Cogito represents Congoleto, conjunction represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of its entities to thrive and express themselves. Experiencing conjunction is one of the blessings of human experience, whether the bond is within human nature or divinity. Recognize it by the stirring of your heart and the element of surprise. Through the opposites arise the infinite. Wow. Okay. It says to go deeper. Look at number 2A, the current standpoint of the Mahatmas by Hilma A.F. Clint. The center of the universe. Okay. So, wow, that's really beautiful. So what I'm really feeling is like right now you are in love with yourself. You're in love with what you're doing. You're in love with the hustle, but also like there's this also connection in your life. There could be a certain person that's there for you. There's a person that you guys are there for each other. There's a lot of unity here. And so I feel like you could be connecting to the people that want to connect with you. You know, there's a divine union happening here, which will create, they said, that third entity, right? Which is probably this big surprise that I'm feeling. So there's this connection that you have with your current life, like what you're interested in doing and like what you have to do and what you're connected to, even the sadness and the bad feelings, and all of that is going to lead to this big surprise. Okay. So connection is going to be a big part of unity and love, and being connected to God in any way. Like, a lot of people like to frown upon certain people for doing certain things, because it doesn't align or it doesn't resonate with them. But that's God too. You know what I mean? Like the criminals are God. Like we're all God here. Like we're all extensions and expression of God. That's why it's here. We're in God's dream. We're in God's expression, and it wouldn't exist. God is the creator of everything, right? So there is this energy of necessarily you don't have to resonate with it, but you don't have to send bad energy towards it. You know, you don't have to judge it. You don't have to judge it in a way that it's like you demonize it, you know? And so there's this energy of you just accepting who you are and what you're about. And that's really beautiful. There's also this energy of you accepting other people and being there for people, and also coming together with other people. You know, like the Ferengis, they be getting together and trying to hustle together. So, all right, so we're going to move towards the general energy now of this reading. We're going to go into the general energy of this reading. So this is going to give you what this energy is, how it's going to make an effect on your general life, and just like the energy of it. Okay, so let's see what's coming in for number 3. 2 cards came out. You're the only one. Yes, 2 cards come out. So we have smoke and flowers. Okay, so we have smoke and flowers. This says fickle and prayers. Okay. So this energy here, I feel that's coming in. I just feel like there's this energy of getting your flowers. This could be in romance. This can also be in spirituality. I'm really kind of feeling it all across the board. But we'll see. But definitely like maybe getting your flowers when it comes to connection. People that really see you, right? So they're giving your flowers for your greatness, for your good work, for your good character. Like at the end of the show, this energy for number 3 was Quark, right? And so at the end of the show, Deep Space Nine, like you really felt like you loved Quark, even though he was kind of like this shady ass character, right? And so you get your flowers. You really get your flowers. And I think he eventually like was able to own his own business. Like there's something to that. So this energy could definitely be like a business. You're able to own your own business. You're able to, you know, we'll see when it comes to your finances, but there's this energy of like owning yours, like having yours, you know, and also just getting celebrated for it, that you accomplished something, right? Honoring you, adorning you, you know, you being honored and adorned. There's this smoke. There's something like, this is making me feel, and now I'm seeing like Quark kind of like freak out, you know, about certain things. And this could be this energy of like, you have put out this message for help. It could be like you put this message out for help, or a signal, maybe not even just like help, but there was like some type of prayer. You know, this is a prayer being answered. This is something that you've kind of returned to, you know, like people return to the fire at night, every night. They sit next to the fire every night and they dream or they pray, or there's something to that. Like you've been praying, you know, and this is going to be answered prayer. So let's get some more energy. We have Gemini coming out. We have Square. And we have Aries energy coming through. All right. So we have Gemini here. It says curious, communicative, versatile, flexible. Okay. So I feel like this energy that's coming in is going to be very like flexible for you. You know, like you're going to be able to do many different things. And like when you're flexible, it just feels so good. Like I'm very flexible. So like I'm seeing like yogis like stretch into these like positions, right? And I'm feeling the feeling when I stretch. And so it just feels like you can do anything, right? So there's this, and there's no like resistance or pain or anything, or struggle or stress, you know? And so there's this energy that's coming in. It's going to make your life very flexible, very calm, very connective. You're going to be able to adapt very well to this new energy that's coming in. It could be very communicative, like a lot of like social kind of energy coming in. You know, you might even become a social butterfly. There's like a new energy, like you're in a new social setting, I'm feeling, okay? It does say restless. I do feel like there could be like a lot of energy that comes in, and it could make a restless kind of energy. But you know what I'm feeling? You know, like when you have a lot to do and you're really busy, like it's a busy energy that's coming in. And you know, like you get everything done, or you get like you feel accomplished at the end of the day, or at the end of the task or the night, and you're laying down and you kind of feel like, oh God, I'm so tired. Like I'm kind of seeing myself like back in the day when I would sit down and I would record like 15 videos in a day. Okay. Like pick a cards. I would film one day, or like a weekend, I would film like 15, 20 videos, right? And it would be exhausting, right? But I would be done and I'd be I would just be like, yes. You know, it's like restless, but there's like this sigh and of relief and accomplishment at the end of the day. Okay, there's very vocal kind of energy that's coming in, brilliant collaborative, brilliant ideas, brilliant collaborations I'm hearing. Okay, so we have square as well. It says create tensions, sounds the alarm, motivates. There's going to be a lot of motivation that's coming in. You're either very motivated or you're motivating other people. There's people coming in that motivate you. You are motivating other people. Works out. So there could be a challenge that works out. Like, you know, there's this big challenge, you know, that's going on right now in your life. And this big energy that comes in, it takes away the frustration. It takes away the pressure. It takes away the pain, you know, and that alarm going off all the time, you know, in your head or even just on your phone, you know, everything works out. Things get reconciled and falls into place is what I'm feeling here with this energy. So we have Aries energy as well. This is a very active, like you're very busy, very active, very much like starting a new adventure, starting a new beginning. You know, there's a lot of innocence, like you're going to be around a lot of like innocent people, young children. You could be, you know, becoming a teacher of some sort. I'm feeling like maybe teaching the innocent, the people that need guidance. You know, Aries is the child of the zodiac, but there's like this drive. There's also this like really fun, impulsive energy. There could be arguments that are coming in, but again, this is like big things that are meant to like be positive in your life. So there could be like an argument that happens in your life, right? This energy comes in with maybe an argument I'm hearing. And it doesn't necessarily feel good, right? We talked about that in the energy with the number 3 energy. It was to be okay with the difficult emotions and experiences, to understand that we have to experience these things in order to like, you know, start moving through and alchemize and understand things, right? So there could be this argumentative conversation that happens that really sets forth this energy into your life, right? And so it could be like you're having an argument and you get to the bottom of something. There's an understanding that comes in with this big energy. Also competitive energy, on a mission, fierce, daring, okay? Fiery energy coming in. So that is the energy that is coming in. Let's go into love and see how this is affecting your love life. Okay. Wow. Let's see. What did I use for love? Oh yeah. Use this one. We're going to get into love now. Let's see about love. Try to use the same card so it's easy to edit. Do the timestamps. Okay. Let's see how this energy is affecting your love life. Wow. That came out for number 2 as well. Mercury. Oh, I flipped over these 2, so you get an extra 1. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles, we have Mercury, we have Judgment, and the Queen of Air. Okay, so let's focus on these two divine characters here, divine counterparts. We have a Queen, we have a King. So, you know, there is a lot of structure coming into your love life. There is a lot of boundaries. There's a lot of logic that's coming into your love life. There's this new attitude where you could be adapting the energy of the Queen of Air, where you are just feeling very powerful. You're feeling like you are so powerful. Like there's this energy, you know how I'm seeing like Shira 7. I'm seeing like these really like, I don't want to say masculine, but like very sure of themselves. Like you are not going to take any bullshit. You're not going to take any like nonsense. This is like really grown shit. It has to be this way or it's not going to be anyway. There's this energy of cutting people off in your love life. So you could have, and what I'm really feeling is like, it's judgment day for these motherfuckers. Like your love life, you are getting a cleanup in your love life. This energy that's coming in is going to wipe away all the people, all the dust. Is going to dust away all the dust bunnies, all the dusties, right? Shira 7 kind of energy, okay? And it's like this energy that's coming into your love life is taking off heads. It's asking questions. It's being logical. It's being real, you know, very detached from your emotions. But it's getting people to invest in you. It's getting the real people to invest in you. That's what this King is, okay? So I see you kind of like your love life getting a cleanup. You could be talking to several people and this energy that comes in kind of wipes away all the dust. And now you can actually see like the high value men or people or good partners that are really trying to invest in you in a very physical way. This could be like, I want to actually spend time with you. I want to spend time with you. I'm not just trying to like, I'm trying to grow something with you. Like the King of Pentacles is about someone who is investing their time, their energy, their life into you, you know? So it's not just about finances, you know, but definitely I see somebody that comes into your life with money, somebody who has money, someone who can pour into you financially. Okay, someone who is accomplished, working on their accomplishments. And you kind of have this new mindset when it comes to partnerships. And I think that's really great. I think this is what you really, really fucking need. You know, you don't need all this dust around you. You know what I mean? And so I feel like this is what this big energy is coming in and it's clearing this away. We have Mercury. It says business. You could be getting involved with somebody at your job, or you could be like there's somebody who is a businessman or like does something with communication, you know, and you guys find your way into a relationship with each other, or you start dating someone or taking someone seriously that honestly has been taking you seriously for a really long time. But maybe you just couldn't see it. Maybe you were kind of distracted, but I do see you kind of getting out of your emotions and like it just looking at the ones that have been loyal to you, right? There's judgment here, judgment day, right? So I do feel like there is this energy of rebirth. There is this energy of like making good judgments, maybe even forgiving yourself for certain things that you've done in your love life. And this just brings in a new partnership where there's lots of communication. There's lots of like taking care of you, nurturing, quality time, going out, investing in a life, you know, investing in a life. There is purpose here with the judgment. This is about purpose. So whoever comes into your life from this point forward, not saying they're going to stick around, but there is someone that will be sticking around for a long time. But everybody leads up to this person, okay? And a lot of them are going to fly away because they're dust. And there's a lot of wind coming in and just blowing this Queen of Wands. I mean, shit, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Like, this Queen of Swords is blowing away all of the dusties. Okay? You kind of realizing, like, I'm hearing that one song, like, oh, you think I was into you? I was just drunk. You know, I'm hearing that song where she's like talking about the dusties and stuff, right? And so I just feel like you're just taking a really big like you're analyzing your love life and you're getting rid of things. You're prioritizing the people that should be prioritized, you know, and they're pouring into you. There's a lot of abundance going on in your love life. And you gotta, like, I feel like there's an ally that comes in. This is somebody who's an ally that's gonna, like, be with you through the hard times, through these judgment, I want to say judgment days, end of times as well. You might have those feelings of, like, what's going on right now in the world, but there's, like, this energy of, like, this person. Yeah, now I'm seeing Spirited Away with this card here. I'm seeing this Spirited Away energy. Yeah, I'm seeing, like, you know, there's an energy of, like, destiny, like purpose, back to, like, what I was talking about, purpose with the judgment. This person that is either in your life already or comes into your life. This is a new person, a new experience. This is like a soulmate. You've known this person for a really long time, even beyond this life, in parallel universes and parallel lives and, you know, past lives. You've known this person. And so it's really hard not to, like, not have them in your life or have them it's hard for them too. So there's that, like, I feel like it's destiny. Because in that movie Spirited Away, they kind of realized that they were, like, they've known each other for a long time. And she actually met him when she was young, you know. So there's that energy, and they were, like, kind of, like, in love. They had to shed this, like, love and this bond, and he was kind of like her protector. He kind of, like, took care of her and helped her on this journey. So I feel like this person that's coming in is just going to be, like, your helper. They want to invest and build a life with you. You know, there could even be, like, forgiveness here as well with the judgment, but a lot of self-forgiveness on your end. Okay, so that's what I see for your love life. Let's look at your money and let's see what's coming in for money. Shifting into money now. See what's coming in for number 3 for the finances. Ooh. Okay, love life as we exit love. You know, your love life could be enhanced, or your money life could be enhanced by your love life. You know, it could be very much that too, like your partner. It says free from money problems, and money are free. I don't know why. Because I've been reading literally with my eyes and with my third eye, reading for so long I cannot speak. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. Love and be loved. So there's, like, this is money. This is about money. So I feel like you could be making money from home. You could be making money with your partner. You and your partner just hit hustle mode is what I'm feeling. Or it's like, I feel like your love life, I don't want to keep saying it because it's like love life, but your money, your financial situation is changed by your love life, because your partner either got promoted or you get into a relationship and your person is, like, paying your bills, or they're taking care of you, or you guys go into partnership together. I see that happening. Okay. Home base. So home is the harbor of the soul. It is the safest place you can be. Change your environment. So you could start working from home. This is something that you would want to do, something that you want to do, or that you will understand that this is, like, the best, like it is the best experience working from home. You could be starting a home business and starting up something from home, like something on Etsy, or maybe even content creation. You work from home and you're now making money from your home, right? We have wrong decision. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. So this is making me feel like there could be a situation that kind of like highlights and kind of like alerts you. It doesn't necessarily mean like you could have made a decision, right? Or, oh, okay, what I'm feeling is like you start realizing there's some type of like this energy that comes in, starts clearing your mental space where you start making better decisions. You understand that you might have made some wrong decisions before, and it's like there's like a reflective period, right? And so you start thinking about like what you've done, right? So this energy that comes in really helps you to start thinking before you start making financial decisions concerning your career and your money, right? And things that are in alignment with how your income. So I see you making money from a partnership, like money coming into your life and your finances through a partnership, through love, someone who loves you, okay? Or starting a business, growing the business that you started with your partner takes off, and you can really now just work from home, or they can join you at home, right, to work more on this business. But definitely like reflecting on certain decisions that you're realizing, like this energy that comes in, it's like you start to realize like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have, you start to think differently. There's like ideas that come in that help with more money coming in a lot faster is what I'm feeling, because this makes me feel like it starts coming in fast here. But it's you making a conscious decision. It's like the energy is like you thinking like, oh, I did that and that probably wasn't the best decision. And so you start kind of really thinking before you, spend, before you, make certain moves within your business, okay? We have the Devil, we have the 8 of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, so with the Devil, this is you becoming a boss, okay? Or somebody in your life becoming a boss. This is someone becoming the person that oversees other people. So you could be in control of your business. You can get a promotion and now you're in management. Now you're in corporate. There's this energy of that, like you being on top and you being in control of, other people under you. Okay. This is also like a lot of material things coming into your life. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is like also a lot of busy, hard, tunnel vision, like working really hard on certain things in your home business, working on, because you're the boss, you're going to be really busy, right? And so there's this energy of perfecting what you're doing. And as you're like zoned in, working hard on whatever this is, it could be, going to work every day. It could be, working on your side hustle, your home business, or maybe just even, taking care of the home. There is this change that happens where a lot of money, a lot of investment comes in. The 8 of Pentacles is like you're making money. You're making good money. Okay? You're making good money at the 8 of Pentacles. You're only 2 pentacles away from the 10. The Judgment here, again, Judgment energy. This is you having foresight. So this energy, they're very Pacific here. It's like it could be like a particular vision that you have for your home business, a particular vision that you have for, your partner or your guys' life together, or what your goals. That is waking up. That is like coming online, I'm hearing. Okay. Just being a part, like your money is connected to your destiny. Okay. Judgment is very much about like purpose. And so there's this energy of you stepping into your purpose as well, whether that is, okay, I'm going to commit to just being at home with my kids or having a business, because there's a lot of home, like being in the home, right? And I feel that like your partner, your finances increase and expand through another person. And so it could be even that, like, your purpose is right now to get pregnant, have children, or just be at home, or, you know, work on your passion project, or you're writing your book. It's like a long-term kind of thing. And it's like when you make those decisions, it's like it brings in this energy. So I see that you're able to kind of just be relaxed making money, like kind of like in this position of control, and maybe even being in a position of working a lot, but it's not like overwhelming is what I'm feeling. It's not overwhelming, and it's maybe because it is connected to passion. It is connected to purpose. So that's what I'm seeing with your finances changing. It's really connected to something that you feel like you're meant to be doing at this time, even if it's like, well, I'm not really meant to work right now. Like, my husband wants to take care of me. We want to have children. So, and I'm seeing this one influencer. What's her name? I know her husband's name is Sal. Okay. But she's like a beauty influencer, at least that she used to be. And now they have like a skincare line, or like a makeup line, a beauty line. And he kind of runs it, right? He's like the person that runs it. You know, he creates the product with his lab and with his people, and he promotes it online. And he talks about how, like, you know, before she had children, she was a content creator. She was an influencer. She was making the videos and promoting their products and stuff. And now it switched, and he's now doing it mostly. I mean, he was always working with her, but now it's just solely him, and she's at home. She's decided, like, she just doesn't want to do content. Like, she doesn't want to do anything. She just wants to raise her children. And so it could be very much that you're able to just sit back and do what you want, really, while you're taken care of by money that comes in from your end, and also money that comes in from your partner's end, or whoever you're romantically involved with. Okay. So that is what I'm feeling from money. Let's tap into spirituality. Yeah, I might have to take a week off from these readings. I've been on a roll with just two readings a week, but I don't know. These readings, make sure it's still recording. God, fuck. Make sure it's still recording. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Both of these readings that came out this week are extremely long. And I love it. You know, this energy has been sitting for a while. Okay, so let's tap into spirituality and see what these big changes, what effects is it going to have on number 3's spiritual life. Ooh. I'm like a bird. I'm my way. I don't know where my head is. I don't know where my home is. I'm like a bird. Okay, so like a bird. We have like a bird, rose garden, and a long way from home. Okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me just get it. Let me get it. So this energy is going to free you up. It's going to make you feel very free. I feel like this energy that's coming in, like there's a lot of changes going on, right? But it's going to like free you. You're going to feel like free. Like a bird is so free, right? A bird still has to get their food. It still has to make the nest. It has its babies, take care of its family. Like, but there is a freedom to like what am I hearing? Like animal, right? Primal energy. And this is also about like being able to like fly, you know, so there's this energy of like feeling just very free and not tethered, you know. There's this energy of not feeling like tethered to maybe possibly things that were painful, maybe even things that you felt like should have been foundational, you know? And so I just feel like this energy that's coming in, this is you being able to like nurture yourself and grow wild. Like when I had a garden, I do like the really nice, organized, upkept, you know, gardens, but I really like a wild garden. Like when I used to garden, I had my own garden, I would just let the plants grow, you know? And there's just like this, I'm seeing The Secret Garden as well, if you guys know that movie. But there's this energy of just like feeling free and wild and just like kind of like not tethered, you know, but really maybe even just grounded in what you've built for yourself, you know, the person and the practices that you've built for yourself. You feel safe and secure within them, but there's no like tethering. It's very chaotic in a way, and it's very peaceful. It's a peaceful chaos is what I'm feeling here. It's a peaceful chaos. Like animals are peaceful, but they're freaking chaotic. They are wild, you know? Like, have you seen that movie Where the Wild Things Are? Like, it's a very peaceful, cozy, but it's fucking chaotic and crazy inside. Like, it's weird, you know? So I'm picking up on those energies, and it's like there's this energy of like chaos magic. Like I'm a chaos magician. This is really like the way that I practice magic is in a chaos, and not the chaos magic that people like to talk about. I'm talking about the real chaos magic where it's that you don't really follow a specific practice. You follow many different practices that ground you in yourself and ground you in your magic. You know, chaos magic is about taking, like experimenting in what works for you, right? This isn't just like ground or stationing and anchoring into something that doesn't let you fly beyond into other things, right? Other things that could help you. So you feel very like open, right? You feel very like expressive and open to explore whatever you want, because you've already built, like that's what, when you're a chaos witch, you are like solidified in, I'm going to use whatever works for me, right? I'm going to use whatever practices, whatever forms of magic that works for me. And I'm going to experiment. And it's like you're creating this system that only works for you. And it works only for you because you believe in it, you know? And so you could be getting into chaos magic. You might be exploring like what it is to practice in that way. And so it just feels like you're very like solidified, but like floating, and you're not tethered, but you're very safe and secure. You know, there's even like this animal here on this airship, which is a house. And there's like other airships in the background. And I just feel like you're just, you know, feeling just very free. You feel very transformed, but not finished. There's this energy of like, there's so much to explore. There's so much to experience. And I finally feel free. I finally feel free, and I finally feel safe and secure. And so, you know, I do see you having these practices that, you know, maybe come from many different like walks of life. And it's what keeps you tethered to you. It's what keeps you tethered to life, but it allows you to expand, you know? It allows you to see your true self, see your freedom and where it lies, you know? It's really beautiful is what I'm picking up here. I really love this. But that's what I'm getting for you. Number 3, that is what's happening in your spirituality. I feel like, you know, this energy that comes in, it just like frees you up, but it also makes you feel very secure in the practices that you have already. And it makes you feel secure and free to explore other things that you've never tried before. You know, I see you really grounding down, but also like floating off into other areas that expand you deeper into your awareness of life and self. Okay, so I really love that for you. Let me know down below if you guys like these readings, and if you would like another reading like this on that's interactive is really what I'm saying. I always get really loopy on the last one because I've been talking for so long, but let me know, you guys. Okay, and I love you. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace.